waiting on Brian to show up.
Brian is running late.
Fucking
I know
work keeping him late.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Guys, I just realized we're level 16. Holy shit, this is the highest I've ever reached a character level.
I don't know how hard it is to make encounters.
I'm sorry that Sierra is an anti-tank rifle. I'm not sorry, because that is how I built her. I'm like, you know what? I want to look pretty and hit hard while doing so.
And I'm sorry the Drax is a fucking tank.
I'm sorry, but when Percival Frederickstein von Musel Kowalski the Rollo III sets a standard on how much damage you should do in one attack, I need to meet that standard.
By the way, guys, I need to let you know something that that Percy's character did recently. Percy's character cast Ice Knife at an enemy at I think level 5 and crit. There were additional because Radiant Soul was also activated because they're an Azamar.
Yeah.
So there were additional damage bits. All in total, with all of the damage things that were going on at once, managed to roll 394 damage with and throwing all of the star they have a row of stars, all of those stars thrown in the same turn, 394 damage. The library in which a weird tentacle creature resided was decimated.
We shall now refer to Percy as the delete button.
Yes, no mercy.
I hear Percy in the background trying to defend this.
So,
Percy, darling, you are
epic moment in D&D.
Percy, my darling, bring on the no mercy.
Yeah. You are officially declared the delete button. You deleted whatever. I don't know what the encounter was. You deleted it. You hit the delete button. It was gone.
Yeah.
Ryan with a pirate hat.
Also, if I remember correctly, when it comes to max damage for this party, Sierra still holds the record at 90, right?
Yes,
I believe so.
I think she did 90 points in one hit.
I think I'm the second closest because I stacked a bunch of smites on. I did like the max level smite. And I got to like 80 something.
I know I'm up there.
I trust y'all to keep track of that bit. I just keep track of when they die.
I'm terrified for when Darren crits on a surprise attack.
Yeah, I know I'm up there too because of Assassinate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Assassinate hit was on Severance.
Yeah, that happened.
I know that I'm not there with a single hit, but in terms of like
of total damage at the end of a turn, I think you have the highest.
Yeah,
I have the highest for a single hit.
Yeah, I think I have the highest when it comes to an entire turn because I did Reckless Attack and Great Weapon Master on all 4 attacks with Action Search.
Yeah, into your fucking grog era.
Yeah.
The stream comes on and all I hear is tentacle damage. Kitsune, you missed a whole ass conversation right there.
Yeah. Out of context, my dude. Out of context.
So
Zinc, when did you get a tricorn?
I picked one up in town, you
know. My scalp is on fire.
Fire.
Yeah, you just got your dreads braided back in, right?
Yeah, but this time they braided in different. Because I got these done at a colored hair salon.
Oh, nice.
So
you got them accurately done.
You got it done right.
so instead of braiding my hair on the braid, they turn my sections of hair into tiny strips. We fish hook them into the dread itself.
Yeah, they crocheted it in.
However, they did them a little bit too tight.
Well, here's the thing. When you go to a notoriously black-owned hair salon that specializes in doing dreads and locks and stuff, that's how they're gonna do it. And if your hair type is not meant for that, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Because most hair types that do dreads and locks and everything are it's very coily and it is able to hold that in. So that's why your head is hurting. Your hair, I hate to say it, Mitch, is not meant for that.
Not for that
No,
particular
props
type.
for them for doing it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It looks
like,
great.
and generally, like I went in and they were like, let's say they had a look surprised when a white man goes into a colored hair salon.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. And you know, I explained what I wanted, and honestly, my hairstylist, she was a sweetheart, an absolute sweetheart, and anytime I would take a vape break, because good lord,
Yeah,
like,
they take their time. They honestly take their time when it comes to hairstyles like this.
Like this was similar to like get a similar experience to getting a tattoo. You need breaks, and when I came back in the break, the apron that they put on, they warmed it every time, and I'm just like, as soon as they wrapped it around me, I was just like, oh, I'm good now. But they said, yeah, like the pain's gonna be there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna take a while for like my scalp and skin to kind of elasticate to get used to it. Plus, this is a lot of weight.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, Mitch, you have white people hair.
I do. I do. But she said I took it like a champ, so.
Yay!
Yeah, good for you. And props
that's major props right there.
They look really good. Props to her. She's really fucking talented.
Yeah.
Oh no, she did an amazing job. These are gonna stay in for a long while. Like these are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But I did a mistake last night.
What'd you do?
I thought, okay. That's a big chunky.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Okay, so I've got an emote of Leo. I need an emote of the other of the other 3 cats now. We need an emote of the 4 horsemen of cats.
Oh,
yes.
4 Catmen.
Yeah. The 4 catsmen of the apocalypse.
Let's
need an emote of Bob.
Catalyst lips. Catalyps.
Catopolis. Welcome everyone to Jump Kingdom Chronicles. My name is turn to page 394. Here with Alpha Hannah 5311, Bard of the Midwest, Icarus of Might, Imin Chief, Aki Obsession, Bryce Sosceles, and Bridgie Lee 123. Also special guest appearance, Bob.
Hey Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Hi Bob.
He is one of the 4 deities that rules our domain. If you haven't met the deities, they are Booker, Bob, Jinx, and Leo. Leo being the supreme.
In terms of hierarchy, it does go.
Yeah, it goes Leo.
I think we need an emote for Sweet Pea for.
Yes.
Actually, no.
Mental health support.
Send me a picture of Sweet Pea, and I'll try to make like a chibi of him.
Will do.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's already like chibi's.
I have a lot of emotes that I have to fill out. Cause holy shit, my friends Andrew and Ryan did a sub war on me earlier this week at Pandora. I believe it was Pandora. So now I have like a bunch of slots I need to fill out. Oh, the subs. Yeah, I might actually get a payout this year.
I've only had one payout from mine. Only one.
Sadly, you still get taxed on it, even if it's small.
Yeah, it's like $100.
That's why I make sure when I buy streaming equipment, I make sure I pay more than what I earn. That way, I can't get taxed. I have $200 to $300 of streaming equipment I bought last year that is going to cause my 1099 to get written off.
Yeah. Also, my bar manager did mention something to me, and I do feel kind of bad. I'm a piece of white dude with dreadlocks doing Black History Month.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I do feel bad for not realizing, and I do apologize. However, I do have a free pass because my hairstylist actually said they suit me. I think that's a get out of jail free card there.
It's a celebration.
I would be very careful saying that during a predominantly white stream. Very careful saying that, dude. It's not normal.
I am only saying that once.
Black Lives Matter.
This mod proposes that Drax rolls 28 rolls at disadvantage. I agree. In the meantime, with it being Black History Month, make sure that you are supporting Black creators here on Twitch and on all other forms of social media. One Twitch streamer I follow, Critical Bard, they are streaming every day this month, so check out their streams. Yeah, so make sure you are supporting Black creators this month here on Twitch. Throw subs at them, hop in on their live streams, all of that. And continue doing that after this month is over. Don't do it just this month. If you do it just this month, you're a performative piece of shit, and I hate you.
And continue to learn about Black history as well. Just through TikTok and following Black creators, I'm learning more about Black history than I've ever learned in school.
And another thing, don't expect free education from Black creators. Do the fucking work and research yourself.
It's absolutely fine to ask questions, but do not ask them to give you an essay.
Yeah. So we got thanks Kitsune for hydrate the channel. Alright, moving on to announcements. Kitsune, if you could drop the link. Our link tree will take you to our social media sites, social justice sites, shops, the whole shebang. Make sure to check out all those links. I still need to add the Jasmine Jackal t-shirt design to Teespring in honor of Flortma. I will try to get that done in the next couple weekends. I am very busy with work, unfortunately, but I have the PNG saved, and I just need to make sure it can get uploaded to Teespring. That way, you can get your own Jasmine Jackal logo, and all the proceeds from that specific t-shirt are going to go towards cancer research, specifically focusing on colon cancer research. Once I find a credible nonprofit to donate to, all proceeds from that particular t-shirt will go towards that. I will not be making any money off of it. Sarah, you had some recent updates to your Society 6, yes?
Yes, and even more as of 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I did another one.
That's because I can.
So.
Thank you.
Also, whoever ordered the Starry Night, whatever I called it, tapestry, thank you.
Oh,
I appreciate it. I had someone order a tapestry.
Bridget has a resin shop on Etsy that you can shop from. She currently still has many of her D20 Lich Skulls for sale. Oh, you don't? Did you sell them all?
Yeah, I sold them all.
Holy shit!
Yay.
I am working on some smaller ones. I'm still in the works with that, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Also, this is Jinx.
There's Jinx, one of our other gods of the stream. So the D20 Lich Skulls are now sold out, but keep an eye out on her Etsy shop for updates of future products. There is also her Queen Bee merchandise that she commissioned from me to get have made, so make sure you order some Queen Bee merch. Speaking of commissions, I have finally taken a step as an artist and started doing monthly commissions. My first 3 slots have already been filled for month of January. At the end of February this month, I will open up commissions again. So be sure, if you follow me on my art Instagram, which is turntopage394_art, or if you follow me on Twitter at turntopage394, to check either in my bio for a link or my pinned tweet for information on how I do commissions. I did put some funny memes in there as well, because I want to let y'all know I'm a laid-back artist. But yeah, I had 3 friends commission me recently, wanting Star Wars art and also D&D art. My last commission I have to do is actually a portrait for my friend Andrew's tiefling. So I actually think I have a picture of it on my phone of a sketch I did at work for his commission. Let's see if I can show it. So this is the kind of art that I do right here. So if you're interested in any commissions, check back on my Twitter at the end of the month to see if the commission slots are back open. I do limit it to 3 commission slots a month because I don't have a lot of free time on my hands. So I try to do as minimum as possible so that I don't get burnout. All the clappas for that step out of comfort zone, successfully doing the artist thing. Thank you! 100 free bits for Jinx. Oh, god damn it. Alright, does anybody else have any other announcements? Yes, Hannah.
So, Pandora's back on, first of all, which is awesome. Thank you guys again for playing the other day. I really appreciate all of you. Also, I am always posting on TikTok at AlphaHannah5311. If you want to follow me there, also same handle for Instagram, where you guys actually get sneak peeks at what I'm doing on my stories. But the most important thing is that I am, if you guys like Marvel and superheroes and things like that, I'm currently writing a story for my own superhero that I created way back in 5th grade, but with a shiny new coat of paint. And it's an enemies to lovers arc. So if you guys like that, please go check it out on archiveofourown.org. You can look up AO3 and you should be able to find it. It's the same handle, so AlphaHannah5311. Just look up Firebite. I'm very happy. I just posted, literally like half an hour ago, chapter 7 of the story. So please go read it. Okay, thank you.
Any other announcements? Yes,
sorry. Not an announcement, but what if this is my hat of disguise? How cool would that be?
That is great.
I'm actually not mad.
Okay, sorry, Mitch, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be taking a break from streaming because Sarah and Bard will know I was having so many technical issues last night. My PC right now is just not cooperating. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to be taking this break from streaming until I can get this shit sorted or until I get a new PC. Because I'm at my wit's end with this one. I nearly punched a hole through my PC.
Does this affect our D&D?
I am able to join games. It's just streaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue.
Okay.
And I honestly don't know what's gonna do for Yggdrasil because yesterday I just recorded it, and even then I was having issues. So
I have an idea. We can talk later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so.
Any other announcements?
I have one.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I recently moved. My boyfriend and I are now living together. A little scary for me. But I wanted to show you my nerdy room.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
Show us the nerd cave.
Give us the serotonin.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
First thing I saw was the DM scream.
I'm a little concerned that the dartboard is right in the middle of all that, but
oh my god, I forgot about that tower.
It appears to be a D20 made out of red lyrium. I'm gonna need to.
That's a D12.
The D12.
freaking vase that I found at Goodwill.
It's amazing.
That holds all of my little resin baubles that I give to people.
Yay!
That's the trinket trove.
That's the trinket trove. And then, so I'm sorry, I know I'm wasting time for a sec.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. This is
So-
wasted time well spent.
Wasted time well
So,
spent.
Bridget, when are you coming here to decorate in a proper way my little cave? Because I'm shit at it.
Got you. So I wanted to point out something. I didn't mean to start collecting these things, but I started collecting them, and now I have a problem.
What
So
are you?
you know that sound on TikTok where it's like, "Hey, I need a human skull." Okay, I need you not to ask any questions.
Yes, 7
Only
hours.
if you don't ask where I got them.
Oh, that is amazing.
I'll be right back. No.
That's amazing.
Arsenal. Oh, bye, Brian.
He
I
said,
have-
he'll
He
be
said,
right
I'll
back.
be right back. I think he was having computer problems or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have about like 12 of them just here alone.
Nice.
And then, so I have it out now, so I'm going to show you what I've been working on. They're not on my shop yet because I'm still working on them.
Excuse me. We're
I know,
getting
I'm
a
sorry.
sneak peek, exclusive sneak peek to Bridget's Etsy shop.
I'm sorry, I know I should have mentioned this earlier.
You're good.
No, you're good.
Yeah, why are you apologizing?
Mini.
Mini ones! Oh my god!
Give me.
Give me
Give me,
minis!
give me
Wait,
more,
no, I have to say
give
it first.
me
Dibs.
God
Brian
damn
just
it!
got back.
Fuck's sake!
Ah.
Brian just got back. I had to get there first.
I already said dibs 3 times before this conversation, so
Uh-huh.
dibs.
I see your dibs, and I raise you aggressive grabby hands.
I will take both. Dibs on those also.
So yeah, those are what I've been working on. I've honestly just been making different sizes. So I
Okay.
have the regular size ones that I make. Those are the small ones that are going to be keychains. Then I'm going to be making ones that are this size. And then I have the gargantuan ones. It's all good. I don't have a problem.
Sorry, did you say gargantuan?
Oh, and then also more nerdy stuff.
Nerdy stuff.
I got him to
Yes.
say that Bridgie Lee is powerful. That's what he wrote on here.
Awesome!
And then I have Rise Against too. I don't know if you guys know who that is. And I have Lieutenant Uhura. It was only recently that I found out she's in the same predicament as Britney Spears. Don't come for me. Don't come for me.
No, it's fine.
That's-
All right. And there is God! Okay, let us spam the
God.
all praise Leo emote in chat.
Ew.
Oh shit, that was Flortma. I was trying to get Leo. But praise Flortma as well.
It's Flortma.
Praise
Flortma be
God,
praised.
I keep pressing Flortma instead.
Somehow,
It's
I
just
don't think this
enjoying.
is your fault. I feel like Brian is just fucking with you, because that's how that would go.
Yes, that's what he would do.
I was
Bro,
gonna say
I
I wouldn't put
swear.
it past him.
I would not put it past him.
The other day I was driving and I just happened to stop at a stoplight and I looked over and there was this guy driving and I swear he looked exactly like Brian for a second and I was like, oh.
Oh.
And now I'm sad for no reason.
Yeah, I literally.
Emotional
over,
no,
flick him
damage.
off. Make eye contact, flick him off, and he's just confused.
We miss you so
yeah.
much, Brian. If that is it for announcements, we have to get the ritual underway. Otherwise, we're gonna be here for another fucking hour.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. One interruption. Is everybody in the danger zone doing okay? Because there was a winter storm that just cruised and or currently is cruising.
Our
through-
snow is now starting to melt.
Yay!
Mhm.
Ours isn't, but it's like the roads, at least in my neighborhood, are
Yeah.
clearer than they were. in
I'm at
May.
least not slip sliding anymore.
Sarah, are you okay?
Just expecting some ice tonight. We're good.
Okay, be safe. I would ask Bridget, but she's not on camera. That's okay. So I don't know. My brain's fried today. I've been working too hard. But I love you guys. And Hannah, take it away.
All right, okay. All right. I finished that glass. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it because I really like doing the southern accent thing. It actually feels really natural and really nice. So I'm just gonna give you good old fashioned American southern love. All right. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. Make sure to drink lots of water. Eat something today. I don't care what it is, as long as you're eating. That's the most important thing. I want you to take care of yourself, get some good rest, get some good sleep. After you've been working so hard, it is important that you rest, and important that you give yourself the credit. We live in a society that thrives off of 24-hour, 24/7 nonstop working, and that does not work how the good Lord has designed us to be. There's a reason why we have Sunday. There's a reason why we have the Sabbath. You need a day of rest. It's important for your body to have rest. So make sure that though you're working, that you take time for yourself, because you come first. All right. I love each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad to have you in my life. I'm so blessed. I know the good Lord is blessing me every single day having you guys with me. I care about each and every one of you. You guys are fantastic, and I love you. Make sure you take care of yourself. You understand? And if you need anything, you just let me know, all right? Now, don't be a stranger, you hear? All right. God bless.
Kitsune says sources. She just fucking downs the moonshine. Also, goddammit, don't make me go get the emotional support strawberry. Have you guys seen my emotional support strawberry yet?
Yes, I've seen it.
Hold on. Because some of y'all have not seen this motherfucker.
This is my emotional support Gengar. I've had this. I don't know when this small one came out, but I saw someone today who had some girl who had a Gengar and about twice the size Gengar plushie, and I'm like, oh my lord, that is a strawberry.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
He's so big.
It's so cute.
Hold on. You have a strawberry.
Her name is Scarlet. I love her.
She's precious.
You have a giant strawberry. I raise you a tiny dinosaur.
Okay, honestly though, tiny dinosaur and giant strawberry is an aesthetic.
Yes.
I mean, I also have a little plushie, but
Is it a penis?
it might be.
I raise you a purple dragon.
Look,
Listen, in Career Questers, Jillian, they have a peen plushie as well that they always show off on stream.
Yeah, I literally just got it last night in my little adult gift box.
That is amazing. I've been wanting a peen plushie.
Adult gift box? Please sign me up, or
Darker shades of gray.
Yeah, link in the chat, please.
Okay, that strawberry. Imagine how many daiquiris you can make. Oh my god. All right, I think we need to get started on this game soon.
Just to let you know, I'm here. I just will have my screen off.
All right.
And my sound muted because I'm in the basement.
Okay.
It is very loud.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Ready.
Without further ado, let us dive into tonight's episode of Kingdom Chronicles. Icarus, take it away.
Alright. So, previously on Kingdom Chronicles, lots of little things going on over the course of the day. So we start out with Sierra. She had tried to send to Aaliyah, but wasn't able to get through, and was sort of like, oh, that's weird, huh? And then was able to send to, yeah, she doesn't know, but then was able to send to Callie and did get through. She's hoping for passage to Pendalin. Callie is in Pearl and could help out. She's gonna hitch a ride somehow, and then she and Sierra will catch up. Then while Sierra was asleep that night after her and Darren had the time to chat and everything, Darren was watching Garnet go over the notes that he had gotten from Severance's cabin thing, or not cabin, Lord, tent, campsite, that word. He's kind of trying to rile her up and see sort of what basically try and just piss her off so she's not thinking clearly, and so that he can kind of like figure out where the gaps in her armor are, essentially. So
I'm good at pissing people off if I need to.
You really are, though, because you do succeed a little bit. But she does hurt him a little more, and it kind of sucks. She, unfortunately for Darren, she does seem a bit intrigued that he doesn't like break as easily as she expected. He, is sort of like, hey, that fucking hurt. You're still a bitch. It's like, wait, what? Oh my. So she does censor the notes from Severance by making it look really heavily like ink splattered and ink damaged, but in a way that looks really random and kind of obscures like enough info that y'all wouldn't get the full picture from looking at it, that kind of thing. So Sutha and Anya do have a talk, which is nice, and Sutha kind of ends up spilling a whole lot of her anxieties to Anya. And Anya offers some very well-meaning advice, I will say, as the NPC person. But Sutha doesn't take it, because of her anxiety, doesn't take it quite the way that it was intended, and might need to reevaluate that a little further down the line, but we'll see. And she's a tad emotional, which is why Sutha kind of went to her room for the rest of the evening. Since that happened, that was like a little bit of a back time skip. But yeah, Isla is a little bit riled up, sort of anxious in her own way and not really sure what to do. So she went on a run in her wolf form because it was a good way to just sort of get out of town for a little bit in a safe way, and ends up finding Tafsio, the wolf that she knew from childhood, as a ghost wolf.
Emotional damage.
You'll end up talking a little bit about some of your background. You get some advice for your worries about going to Pendalin. He then has to go, and she's given the ability to ask for advice or just talk to him roughly once a week. So yeah, so 7 days from when you last did. So yeah. The next morning, Sierra checks in with Callie, and they're gonna meet up once she's a bit more awake, because she got across the bay overnight and then passed out on the beach, and is just like, you know what? I haven't had my coffee, and my coffee I need morning beer, so give me an hour.
Listen. Callie suddenly gets a message in her head from an old crewmate that says, "Hey, where's your wife?"
Yeah,
the one who died horrifically in front of you. I don't know.
Sierra doesn't fucking know.
I know,
yeah,
but maybe we could
still.
be a little understanding as to why she got shit-faced.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Maybe. So yeah, and they're gonna meet up once she's a bit more awake. And Sierra ends up passing Zank on the way down to breakfast. Zank was on the way to talk to Devotion. They were gonna have a backup plan to hide Anya, and gives her a sending scroll for emergencies. She also gives him a spell scroll for her custom Zone of Silence, but Eavesdropper edition. I still haven't come up with a snappy name for it.
Zone of Secrets. Zone of Secrets.
Sure. You know what? Zone of Secrets. Let's go with that. um, spell for him to learn. You can use it one time per day after an Arcana check, DC 15, essentially. Once you take the time to like put it in your mind spell book, because you don't have like an official spell book. You know what I mean? Everybody has breakfast. Sutha finally does see Sierra because she hadn't actually gotten to until that point because of the other discussions going on. There's kind of like a dramatic, like prolonged eye contact moment, and then Sutha just bear hugs Sierra. And it was really cute.
Listen, Sierra was full on prepared to get berated. She did not expect a bear hug.
Bear hug. Bear hug.
She's just
yeah.
she's like Bruno in Encanto. I feel like I've missed something important. We don't talk about Bruno.
I have here, Sierra is confused. And Sutha whispers that she missed her. Sierra allows the hug and doesn't say anything to refute like what Sutha had said. Y'all kind of sit down, have a little bit of breakfast, and sort of get settled in before you start talking about like the big stuff. Sierra does talk to Darren telepathically and notices a weird doubling effect on, like, it's very small, but it's definitely there, on his mental voice, so to speak, and does think it's, and thinks, at least for the moment, that it's just like a weird side effect of her transformation and then like planes hopping, like maybe it just does that. You guys end up discussing how to split the party, to tie up loose ends and diamonds and get their passage settled with Callie and her crew and everything like that. I have here Sutha also apologizes for how she behaved during the argument back in Black Opal. Isla accepts and there's a nice hug. Sutha then tries to talk about something but takes it back and is really hesitant. Sierra ends up reaching out telepathically to see like, hey, you good? And gets a huge rush of from Sutha because Sutha went through, Sutha had a lot to think about in Diamond, let's just say that. A confusion about like her dad, and she doesn't really know what to do, and she's probably gonna come back to it, and this, that, and the other. But Sierra also realizes that Sutha doesn't have that doubling effect, so that's weird. Sutha really does want some advice, and Sierra recommends that she can do it now. She can wait until you guys, until she's more up to it. Sutha settles on what I have here as far as it is, but it can change if you would prefer. Sutha does say that she wants to wait and wants to learn to be a better leader in person first. And they have like a good chat mentally, honestly. Sutha does then tell everybody about her dad and that she's kind of figuring out her feelings and she wants to go to Pindalin. She's not going to make everyone go back to Diamond with her. She'll figure out her dad stuff later, essentially. So Sierra, Deer, and Sutha are going to meet up with Callie, get passage, work all of that out. The others are going to get the loose ends tied up in Diamond, make sure everything's going to be good and fit to go. And then everybody's going to meet up in Pearl when it's all finished, is what I have here. I think because Callie would have to like get y'all and go back to Pearl. If that ends up changing though, Sierra can of course send. And some of the loose ends that I know we have in Diamond are getting the stuff from Belladonna and saying goodbye, checking out the campsite from Severance and making sure that y'all didn't miss something, which I know is like devotion's like key thing. And I think Drax and Isla also just want to make sure the forge that they bought is like good for them to leave. So yeah. So our last shot was not a heartbreaking one, you know, which is nice to have every once in a while. It was just of the party sort of like going their separate ways and heading out on their group tasks. And I think we got like one little thing of like Sierra giving Darren like a face of like
sus
imposter.
I'm zone of truth ready. I am zone of truth ready. Just give me 2 minutes alone with him. Wait, actually, how long does the spell last? Hold on.
I don't remember.
I'm looking it up right now.
Also, the last thing that we had to happen before the last shot was Zinc had cast teleport. And we had rolled to see
We never got
what the result was going to be.
Also, give
We
me
may or may not have forgotten about this.
It's 10 minutes for Zone of Truth. Just give me 10 minutes alone
Good
with
shit.
Darren. Oh shit! So we're starting off with finding out what the wild magic was with the
we're starting
diamond
off
party.
in Diamond this time. Yeah, we're starting off in Diamond this time. You guys, or the party in Diamond pops into place.
God damn it, Julian! We got another hydrate. I hate it when my other party members from other campaigns bully me into drinking water.
Oh damn.
Alcohol
and
sucks, right?
so you guys pop into Diamond, and you are very pleased to see that there is no change in Sync. He's fine. You are safe from the wild magic. I wrote it down last week. You're good.
Damn it, that was anticlimactic as fuck.
I know, that's what I rolled though.
Okay, we made it.
I feel like you rolled the results, but then didn't look them up until later. Just like, oh,
No, I specifically wrote at the top from what we did, safe from wild magic.
Okay, cool.
Because unless what Brian says matches what I rolled, then he's safe. Which is why now it's a 2/3 chance, and you do high, low, or mid. So if he picks what I rolled, then something happens. If he doesn't, then he's safe, which is why it's a 2/3 chance to be safe now because of the special doohickey that you got from place.
I don't
remember specifics at the moment.
But I'm adding it to my inventory because I forgot to do that.
Oh. I'm joking.
The Stone of Resin? I don't know.
You got like a special gadget from a gnome inventor in like somewhere. I don't remember where, but somewhere. So yeah. So you guys appear. Zinc, where did you do teleport circle or teleport?
I don't remember. Do you guys remember?
Now, then.
Oh wait, I should have put it down in my spells. Hold on, let me find out.
Just because it'll tell me where you appeared. Like if you appeared like next to the end because you knew that was where you needed to go.
Teleportation circle.
Okay.
And if I cast teleport, I can use it to go to a teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Which makes the chance of like ending up, on a different plane or like 40 feet to the left, 0. So
true, but if you're gonna use teleport to go to a teleport circle, you might as well just use circle.
yeah, but if I don't have like if I don't have spell slots or whatever, I can use teleport to get to.
It was early in the day. You should have had a spell slot.
Yeah. 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 No, I'm good. I mean,
what were you getting up to before breakfast? Anyway, so did you go to a teleportation circle or did you go to like a location that you knew? Okay.
Yeah, I used I actually cast teleport circle, which only allows me to go to teleportation circles.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So
so
you guys went over to the circle, which, like I said, is sort of broaching that thing between like the merchant area and like the not so great area. So you guys appear there. You're fairly familiar with it, considering that y'all spent the past week in the city. So you'll know that Belladonna is, because I believe Zinc had mentioned, you'll know that Belladonna is at the Shady Shack, and we'll hand over the stuff, say goodbyes, all those good things. And you are very aware of where where Severance's campsite was. As well as for Drax Isla, where your forge is, if you want to check in on that. So do y'all want to go en masse to one location first and then split off, or do we want to go 3 separate ways here, or what you feel?
I'm going to cast message to let Belladonna know that we're here, but it's up to you guys what we want to do. Belladonna, I'm here. You can respond to this message. Hi.
Am I in range to hear this?
240 would be the.
I don't think the Shady Shack is that close to
Oh.
that spot.
Well,
You
Yeah,
don't know
get
we're
a little
there, and
further.
then if you want to get closer, you let her know.
okay. I haven't heard from Belladonna, but if you guys want to meet up at the Shady Shack later, we can split up.
Yeah. Zin, can you send a message to my dad?
That's way out of range. I can tell you right now.
Or like not message, but at least do you have sending?
I have
No.
I have one scroll of sending, but I don't think I have the ability to use it. 'Cause it's, it's one of those like paladin-y spells or whatever. The
Hey,
holy
having a paladin.
magic. But I have.
Both of them have it.
Oh wait, you guys aren't clerics, are you?
Drax just looks at Zing. No. I deal damage. I don't heal it.
Zink was gonna make an inappropriate joke, and by Zink I mean me, and by me I mean I'm not gonna do it.
No balls.
So yeah. Wait, didn't we? Okay, hold on. Time out. You left early last game, so I think we waited to talk to you to see if you wanted to swing by and grab your dad first before coming here.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I do
I
remember
can
that.
teleport there and then teleport circle to Diamond in one fell swoop. So if that's what you want to say had happened.
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah, which is okay. Because I
I didn't
totally
make
forgot
a
about
note
it
of that.
until
I'm sorry.
just now.
No, it's fine. Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
Okay. So retcons. Poof.
Reverse.
I just love the idea of somebody saying the word reverse in reverse, so that when you play it backwards, it's reverse. So yeah, teleport to
Granite.
Granite, yeah. And it would be like outside of the like entrance.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Zing, do you want to stay here? I'll pop in, pop back, or do you want to come with?
That's up to you. I don't mind staying outside, but I can go inside too. And
I'll leave it. I'll leave it up to you. I do not mind either way.
Who else came with us? It was Isla, Drax, myself, and
Devotion.
And Devotion. Okay.
Yeah, 4 of the 7.
Okay. Drax is definitely bringing Isla because it's her shop too.
Actually, I will wait outside, so I will be right back.
In that case, Zing is staying. Devotion, you coming, or would you like to keep an eye on Zinc? Because you can't really leave him unsupervised.
Hard sell. He is well
Leave
within himself to be. I'm sure he'll be fine on his own for a bit. I want to make sure that my sister's associates don't clear camp before I can find what I need. And I'm sure I can handle them if they decide to keep poking around.
All right.
As far as I know, they don't know she's dead, so I doubt they'll be too bold.
Okay, so you're staying in Diamond, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So cool. Sorry, brain fart. Wait. Brian's back.
Sorry, I saw some mushrooms that looked really good over there.
Do you know what type of mushrooms they are?
You know, I've learned in my many years on this planet that sometimes you just gotta eat mushrooms and hope for the best.
I'm not sure that you do you, boob.
Okay. If you need me,
So just so you're aware, Brian.
Oh yeah.
Devotion stayed in Diamond, so it's just the three of us.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Zink will just sort of like find a tree to sit in. Is Isla going in with you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I'll just wait outside. It's all good.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm doing a little research here.
You're good. Now Zink, please stay out of trouble.
I make no promises.
Should have seen that coming. Right, well, you ready to see Dar again?
Yep.
All right. Wait. He's in for a surprise. He hasn't seen you since you had your eyes back.
False. He has.
I
I put
Did
it
we-
in my notes.
Oh,
did we see Falconer after
I think we saw. I think he came to Black Opal for the party after we got out of.
I remember saying, "Oh, well, it's nice to actually see you this time."
either that or when you swung by to pick up your armor.
Yes, you swung by to pick up your armor before we went to.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he made the
before we went
joke
to the
about, like-
volcano.
And he still made
Guys-
the joke about, like, "Are you sure you still want to be with him?"
Yeah.
Because we were about to head to the volcano for the sword.
Yep.
That's
You gotta
right.
Get
Yes.
your armor.
That's right.
Yes. Right. All right. Let's go.
I know I need a few things. I want to craft some things before we start heading out.
Okay. He just looks at you with a very raised eyebrow.
Don't worry about it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I have a few things in mind. That's all.
Okay. Well, alrighty. Jax will hold out his hand and make the way over.
All right, good stuff.
Good shit.
So yeah, the city looks about as you remember it, a little bit more lively than some of the times that you've been here. Everything's going in.
So back to its normal self.
Yeah, as pretty much as far as you can tell. Maybe a little more so because people are just sort of like. It doesn't seem like the kind of place that would, go to. Because we don't really have them. You can't exactly go to therapy to help process being brainwashed and not realizing and not knowing how to deal with those emotions. So they just work harder and hope that helps. We need to introduce therapy to GKC.
I'm sorry, I feel a little bit called out there, especially as a retail and hospitality worker.
Sure, fine. We're all fine.
You know damn well we're not.
None of us are. Anyway, so it's a little bit more protective than it has been maybe. Anyway, so yeah. So a couple of people, like call out a greeting as they pass by, picks over their shoulders or a shovel in some cases. Some of them looking exhausted, but like sort of like, all right, we're good. Dust everywhere, all that good stuff. So yeah, you'll head in. You're able to find your dad's forge very easily because of course you are. Excuse me. You can hear sort of like a instead of like that full bodied like swing and like big ringing of like big items, you can hear like these very delicate taps coming. Like it still makes a very nice sound, but it's much different than like a big ass sword or something else. You're not quite sure what he's working on. It's something smaller. But yeah. So what'd you do?
At the front door, Drax will just
you hear the tapping stop. Come in, I guess. Tink, 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 tink.
he wanders in. Did you not have your coffee this morning?
Did you bring me some?
Funny you mentioned. No, I didn't.
There is
Brought
no
me.
Starbucks.
I did bring this though.
Hi.
Just as good, honestly. Aside for sore eyes and sore hands.
What are you working on?
Make me a real quick perception check.
Can I make a perception check too?
Sure.
Eee.
Do I get advantage because it's my dad?
No.
I think because he knows that you're going to be looking, he's going to try to move it in a way that like it's countering, so he doesn't get advantage to hide it from you, but you don't get advantage to see it either.
Oh shit! Natural fucking 20 for a total of 25.
He wasn't thinking of hiding it from Isla.
Whoa.
I only got 19, so fair play.
Well, funnily enough, you both see it. He apparently hasn't had his coffee. I rolled high, but not that high. He apparently hasn't had his coffee this morning because he's not quite as quick on the draw. You can see a tiny, very dulled, but like on purpose, but it looks like a little practice sword. Very small, like maybe yay big, that honestly, Drax, you might recognize as something that you would have used when you were a kid. It's not yours, it's new, but it's definitely a little practice sword.
Dad,
Hi.
is there something you want to explain?
No.
Drax gives the very I'm waiting look.
And he like sort of tucks it away like under some cloth. I like to be prepared.
Does it go through Isla's skull yet? Not at all.
Not again. Prepared for what? You can't use that.
She just does that. I don't get it. Are you helping like one of the kids in the town or?
Aye, yes, definitely. This is for a child at some point. So, what can I do for you, son?
Isla.
Drax is suspicious. Somewhere across the kingdom, devotion senses something, goes, hey. A grand dad joke has been told.
Isla, honey.
Yeah.
Tiny practice sword that he's hiding away from us.
Does it go through her head?
Are you connecting the two dots? I've connected
the dots. You ain't connect shit. I've connected them.
She does. Yay! No, Gerd, that's bad. Oh. Do you know
what this means?
Yes. You
don't, do you?
No.
Does Drax just come out and say it?
I don't know, does he?
Yes, he fucking does, apparently.
Oh shit.
That's not for any of the kids' neighbors. It's for us.
Why will we? Oh,
A baby.
like red, like red, beaming red.
Getting a little ahead of yourself, are you?
It pays to be prepared. I'm just saying.
She turns to Drax. We're not even married yet.
I'm old. I'm in my aged prime. I must create while I still can hold a hammer.
You just really want a fucking grandkid, don't you?
Look, Morrigan will deliver when she so pleases. So, what can I do for you, son, on this fine, surprising morning?
Surprising is definitely one thing.
First of all, Drax is going to give a flask to give his flask to Isla.
She swags it. Oh,
But-
sorry.
Just that moment of, I am sorry, you're going to need this. We bought a forge.
Is mine not good enough for you?
There was a reason why we bought the forge.
Burn.
We were in Diamond, infiltration mission, and
Diamond. What? You know as well as I do that all the good forges are under the earth where they should be. I'm sorry.
you done? No, Drax just looks him square in the face. You done?
Fine.
Infiltration mission to save Devotion's wife. We need to depose ourselves as civilians inside, and the only thing I know how to do that's even civilian-esque is forging.
Fine. We can franchise.
That's what I'm here to talk to you about. I need someone to look after that forge because we are going somewhere.
Laughs nervously.
So let me get this straight. You bought a piss poor example of a forge above ground, mind you. You did. God only knows what to it to prepare for it, because you don't know how to build one from the ground up or the ground under, as it were. And now you want me to make it work right and keep it working right. That's
I'll
about
have
the
you
long
know-
and short of it.
It works just fine. We worked really hard on it.
The ground.
It works just as well because I worked on it.
Look, I'm
And
just
I
gonna
picked
put it
the
out.
colors.
I'm pretty sure all of the mining towns are like all of the deep mining towns in the mountains are kind of like this about certain equipment. And I've decided Granite is like this about their forges.
Yeah.
Because you have to forge like really good shit to mine granite because it's so hard. Like compared to other minerals that you would mine.
Yeah.
Like anyway, because marble's not quite as hard as granite, so it's a little softer, so they don't have to be but they can be more artistic. Whereas the people of granite are like, nah, your shit has to be perfect to do it, or it's not gonna cut it, literally. Anyway, sorry. So, anyway, I'm sure it works fine. I'm not arguing that you don't know what you're doing when it comes to making the forge do it. It's just that it's not of the earth because it's not under it.
Duh. I used your slurry recipe to fix it. That thing's gonna last longer than most forges overground.
He gets like real up close. Nobody saw you working on it, did they? They didn't get the recipe, right? Nobody saw you putting it all together.
No. Do you think I'll betray you like that?
Good lad. There's sneak thieves all over. I tell you, the previous forge master who used to work down a few lanes. I'm telling you, I always caught him sneaking about when I was trying to make a new slurry.
Wasn't that old man Daring?
Was.
He did not.
He hit the wrong vein, and it just.
Oh.
On the plus side, my recipe's safe.
Isla's going to take Falclear's hands in hers and just go, I promise, we did just fine.
He softens a little bit, like he doesn't really do much with Drax, and like pats your hands. I know you did. It's just it's a family recipe. It's been passed down for generations, and you gotta protect it from the sneak thieves all over. Especially if they own a forge. Can't trust them.
And I can see why you're so protective of it. It's a very important recipe, I understand.
Yeah. Thank you. So, you got a cart? Am I riding out there? Am I walking?
You're gonna need to ride, or at least find a teleportation circle. If you want to take the long way round, that's absolutely fine. Or we can teleport you back to Diamond.
Can't really do the teleportation magic. It tends to make my insides on the outside for several days. It just doesn't agree with me. Goes right through me. So I'll be doing a riding. And I guess I'll be there in about a week or so.
It just needs looking after and just general maintenance, because we could have left it alone, but we worked too hard on it. And we even have a name for it. It's the Iron Rose.
That's a fitting name.
You could have a devotion for that one.
Ah,
Occasionally, he comes up with good ideas.
that's a father's wisdom. You'll get it one day. I'm really sorry.
Not wrong.
Isla like turns to Drax, still a smile on her face, and like whispers, hopefully not right away.
I have no intention on becoming one immediately.
Okay.
We are far too busy.
I don't care what. The point of like pretty much the whole party is like, I don't care what country you're going to be a queen of. We are not taking a pregnant woman to the battlefield.
No.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Oh, hell no. Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
At that comment, the father's wisdom comment, Drax just right across the head.
To your dad?
Yep.
This is gonna end great.
Do I need to roll to hit?
He didn't roll high enough to dodge, so no. However, you do that. You actually make contact, which may surprise you. I'm not sure. But he, like, his head kind of snaps to the side. He looks back. What's your AC?
Currently 18.
All right, good shit. He's
It's
just
not
gonna
child abuse if you're not a child.
He just fucking like bear hug and tackles you to the ground and is just sitting upright. You're lucky I didn't have my coffee. And he goes like, pap, pap.
And that was for the smartest dad comment. Ow.
Meanwhile, Isla's just like, okay, and like starts using druidcraft around the forge, like makes rows and like patterns of flowers. She's like, flowers.
Also, I have something to give you.
And he stands back up and like pulls you to your feet a little roughly. Besides the ache of my broken face.
And add to the many lines that you'll accrue.
Uh-huh.
First of all, he gives the old +2 greatsword that he bought. This is for your own personal use.
Mine. Or yours.
It's now yours. I don't need it.
Isla especially maybe hasn't seen this exact part of him, but you do see his face kind of shift a little bit as he goes from essentially like kind of silly familial dad mode into forge smith, forge master, and appraiser, like somebody who has made hundreds of weapons over the course of his life and knows weapons really well. You see that like shift in his face of just like he's assessing, he's appraising, he is judging because it's a weapon. And surprisingly, maybe you don't see any negative judgment. It's all like, oh, ooh. It's almost like you gave him like a new toy that doesn't have any blemishes on it. But since it's so well made, you then see the tick immediately as he like picks it up, holds it, tests the balance and heft and everything. You then see his mind switch into, now how can I make it better?
Yeah. I don't need this anymore, so you may do with it what you wish.
This is a mighty fine blade. Now, what if I... He starts muttering to himself about like, what if I like extended the guard, enhance the... Anyway, I don't know any terms really, but he does. He is muttering.
And then one thing for you to look at, only to look at. He pulls out Thor's sword and shows him.
Now that is a weapon.
It's got some bite.
I'm guessing some kind of lightning magic?
Yeah, and then some.
Well, best learn how to control it, I suppose. But God, that's beautiful. Was it in a stone? Did you have to pull it out?
Now we don't have time to unpack all of that.
Slowly sneers.
Oh, she still wants to murder him after that.
No, not a stone exactly. I may have to.
Stone exactly.
I may have.
Jumped into a freaking lava waterfall. I'm not going to let you live that one down. Ever.
I know. I'm okay though.
Clearly, a lava waterfall.
Yeah. That transported me to an alternate dimension where I had to fight a lightning and fire dragon.
Did you know it would do that when you jumped in?
No. I don't know how to explain it. I just had a sneaking suspicion that's what I had to do.
He looks you up and down, and then he looks over at Isla and gives you a look of just like.
Isla is doing that.
Just
seething with rage.
You're lucky
Flames.
Thor likes Shipwright.
Flames
Flames
on the
On
side.
the side of my face.
You're lucky Thor likes your boy.
Put it there.
Maybe don't do that again, but. Right.
I'm alive.
Are there any lava waterfalls at this new forge I need to worry about?
No.
Good.
Unless you intend to make one, and then that's your own doing. No. Immediately, Drax like, no. No.
I mean, it would
No.
heat up enough faster.
No.
Just a little one.
I swear by Thor's scrag ginger boobs, no.
All right.
You are not burning down diamond.
It's a diamond. It'll be fine.
Ugh.
I won't do anything. I'll just be watching the forge. It's fine. I'll be there in a week.
Who's gonna watch this one? Do you still have that assistant? Or did he run away like the last assistant did?
No, this one keeps coming back, but he's somewhere. I'll find him.
Not unpacking that. Not unpacking that.
Look, he keeps saying I need to like tone it down and stop screaming so much. And I'm like, well, if it's just anyway. You can't be scared of the molten metal. You gotta whack it.
Well, speaking of metal and stuff, I was going to ask if you could help me with something. I wanted to make something. And of course, I'll pay you well. I wouldn't, just ask you to do anything without paying you. But
look at fucking his face like, fuck, you gotta pay me? Bitch, no.
Bitch, no. I'll know you. Don't even.
Sweetheart, you have the luxury of not having to pay him for the rest of your life. I unfortunately still do.
You do. But it's just to keep you honest. Gotta keep the kids in line. You already know. So continue.
Well, we're going to be going on a very dangerous journey. And I was wondering if you could help me craft a blade.
Oh yeah. What you need for it? Kukri, dagger, short sword. Probably not a long sword.
A rapier would be lovely.
Dude, it would take a few days at least. I don't know that I'd have it ready today.
That's all right.
All right. I suppose I can have it done in a couple of days, but not today. I could give you it won't be as fancy as what I'm planning, but I could give you a basic one in the meantime, so that you do have something to hold you over.
Sure.
He reaches up on the wall and pulls down, as he said, a pretty basic rapier. It does look like it was just definitely designed for with like a woman in mind. Like the guard is much more like it's not as heavy in your hand as say like a long sword or something else. It's pretty flexible as like a rapier is supposed to be, but like when you test it out on like a test dummy, it's got like good bite, it digs in, it doesn't have any like recoil, and it doesn't wobble so much that you're worried it's gonna snap. Like it has like just the right amount of bend and flex to it. I think these are things that you're supposed to do for rapier. I don't know. It has all the good rapier qualities. Haha. And it's a very shiny, it's got a very shiny finish to it. But the scabbard that comes with it has like a little bit of like a vining design, and overall is not too, it's kind of the guard and the sheath match, and they're kind of, it's almost like the metal has like a matte finish as opposed to like a shiny finish, so it won't catch attention when it's sheathed or like when it's on your back. But the blade itself is gleaming, like it has not yet been used really, but it's honestly pretty decent. And as you're holding it in your hand, you kind of get that little tingle that lets you know that it has a little bit of magic in it. It's a +1 rapier is what I'm saying.
Yay.
So yeah, so he'll pass that one over to you, and he says, now I'd like this one back once I finish the other one, so that trade will go at the time. So keep this one piece, don't go stabbing it up a troll's nose and leave it there, you know, take it back.
I'll take good care of it.
Right, wonderful.
She'll take it out of its sheath and admire it, and just kind of take a breath and say, I think it's about time that my bite is worse than my bark.
Drax has this very proud smile on his face.
She gently like elbows him in the stomach, very gently.
What?
Just like I see the smile.
They're gonna do just fine.
Hasn't left. Now you can see why I love this woman, don't you?
Let's make sure you keep her happy. She's too good for you.
Trust me, I know that.
He gives you like one of those big like back slapping bear hugs and goes, well, I hate to hurry out, but I'm gonna need to do a bit of packing so I can head on up there, make sure I've got all my stuff, find that assistant of mine. So hopefully I should be able to head out either midday today or very early tomorrow, but I'll be there in a few days time.
All right. Thank you, Da. And worst comes to worst, just send a raven.
All right, Kanduski.
We should probably head off too.
Sounds good. Meanwhile, she's like walking and like admiring the Rippy. It's like,
Oh, she's gonna be happy with that for a while. Take care of yourself and don't burn our forge down.
I won't. Be careful. I don't know where you're going, but be careful.
Drax very cautiously looks to Isla, like with a look of, do we tell him where we're going?
She gives a maybe we should.
We'll tell you we're going, but you have to promise not to tell another little soul.
Done.
We're going to Pendalum.
Right. Well, don't trust anyone at all.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's gorgeous place, huge place. It's a little too big sometimes, but it's something. But it can be a little too much. Lots of people, so many people, and they're all just trying to get ahead. And sometimes that's not. If they think you're in your way, it's not a good place to be.
We kind of gathered that.
So be careful. Guard your belongings very carefully, and always keep at least one person on watch.
Good to know. All right. Should we head off?
Sounds like it.
Okay. Gives Falcon one last bear hug before heading off.
All right, good stuff.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there, if I remember correctly, there's a bakery in this place, right? Like a really good bakery.
Yes.
Zinc is gonna be there getting some pastries and other stuff, and we'll meet Drax and Isla outside of the bakery.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, honestly, Zinc, you probably like finish up buying however many dozens of pastries you have decided on. Several dozen pastries. You probably finish up like right around the time that they exit and start heading over to you. You have so many. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but yeah, you have so many pastries. It's great. And you are you're able to easily see them, meet up with them. Devotion, you probably see them as well. I'm assuming you were kind of sticking close-ish to Zinc. So with that, you guys are able to sort of reconvene in a nice open space so that you can cast an additional teleport circle.
Okay. Yeah, Zinc is just gonna be like, "Oh, hey Drax. I got pastries for our journey, but where's the Forge Father? Where's he at?"
He'll be on his way in a couple of days.
So am I coming back to get him, or what's the?
He how did he describe it?
Travel. That if he did the whole transportation thing, his insides would be outside.
Oh, teleportation sickness. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had that for sure. He called it pop vomit. Pop. Bleh. Every time.
Play a game of whack fuck.
Yep.
Fuck.
So yeah, we can just go. Devotion, can you carry some of these for me?
I thought Devotion was in Diamond.
We haven't gone to Diamond yet.
Haven't gone to Diamond yet. You guys stopped here first. Small retcon.
Teleport here first, and then teleportation to go to Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
you are Zink's babysitter.
Hey, it's the other way around.
Is it?
Is it though?
Is it though? No.
So yeah, Zink will actually start doing the teleportation circle once we get outside.
Okay. Yeah. No. Definitely. Yeah, you're able to cast that. Absolutely no problem.
It's a 10-minute dance with the chalk and the colors and the lights, and it's like a mini rave every time.
Every single time. It's great. It's also really lovely. Like I personally think that like our special effects budget is comprehensive enough that we can always do really cool things with y'all's magic. And Zink's is just so like it's just so
gay.
It has a lot of showmanship specifically. Like
Yeah.
even more than like any of the others, I feel like his is very geared towards showmanship.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's kind of Zinc a little bit. So yeah, it looks lovely. So yeah, you guys do that and pop over to Diamond. However, with that cut, we're going to pop over to the 3 that are still in Abalone. So yeah, you guys are over there. And sorry. So y'all have exited the inn. You guys saw Zinc pop out. I don't know if maybe like in the back of your mind you're like, huh, hope he's not a sheep when he gets to the other side.
5 gold. He's 5 gold. He landed there as a potted plant once again.
I'll take that. I'll assume he's another shade of color.
I just wanted to say.
When did you start using that accent, Darren?
That was a Sarah slip.
Can I just say, if I do turn into a plant, is it always the same plant or is it different every time, but it's the same color?
You know what? You can decide that.
Yes.
All
right. Next time it happens.
I think the first time was a ficus. I don't remember what it was the second time.
It's gonna be a palm tree. All right. Sorry about
it. So me, Darren, and Sutha are heading out into port.
Yeah.
All right. Would I just know to find, aside from our tavern, the rowdiest tavern in town to go searching for Callie?
I mean, you know Callie the best out of anyone here, so I feel like your instincts on that will be pretty well suited. And Sarah can confirm whether or not that would be where she is. Yeah.
There may or may not be a lanky teenage halfling hanging at the door like, do I stop this? Do I keep waiting?
Wait, would I remember this kid?
It's
or
Daniel,
was it
the one shot?
You would remember him. He was one of the kids.
Yeah,
because you read that.
Name? What was his name though?
Daniel.
Daniel
was the oldest of the 2.
Okay.
But the youngest one was.
And you guys rescued him during the one shot as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We rescued Daniel.
She'd recognize Daniel. And so Sarah will just be like, well, if she's made it off the beach, she's probably at the most bustling tavern in town right now. So let's start there. Alright, and she just walks out. Full goth mode.
Alright.
She's still very much goth at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I just head to the rowdiest fucking tavern in town. I'm pretty sure I find it very quickly.
I think the rowdiest place in town is, surprisingly, it's not the Raucous Raven.
Yeah.
It's
where we're at.
The Raven's a little bit up there, but it's not it. I think honestly, funnily enough, the rowdiest one in town, like the roughest, toughest one, is probably called something that doesn't actually sound that bad on the front. I think legitimately it's called Sailor's Delight. And everyone thinks that it's something that it's not until they walk inside and there's always an active bar fight going on in one corner or another. Lots of shouting, lots of people playing games and getting into small spats over them. There's like knives and shit just embedded in the walls. Chips go flying every once in a while, like gold kind of goes tossed up as people are fighting over like the results of different hands. Everyone gets accused of cheating, even if you're not. Pretty much everyone is though, because I mean, it's so loud and like so much is going on. People don't see you doing anything unless they're really on top of shit. So yeah, all that good stuff.
Is Daniel hanging outside of the tavern?
Yeah, I think he is, and honestly, it's probably because it's so loud and so much. He's probably just sort of like, because he's a halfling.
Yeah, he's a halfling.
He's a halfling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's just sort of like, he's like got one hand around like a post that's broken in half, and like one half is leaning on the front porch thing, and he's just kind of like leaning, and he's like comparing like all of these tall ass people, and then himself, and kind of just settles back, like, you know what? No, I'm not going in there.
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
You good?
Yeah, just decided to change up my appearance a little bit. come here, and I give him a hug because I haven't seen him in years.
There's a little jump.
I assume she's inside causing another bar fight already.
Yeah, I think somebody tried to like smack her
Come
ass.
get my fucker!
Yes.
I think somebody tried to like smack her ass on the way to getting a beer, and she decided to teach him that he doesn't need certain parts of his anatomy. So, yeah,
Oh, well,
she's not wrong, but I'm waiting out here because that Goliath's boot is bigger than me.
yeah, it's probably best you wait out here.
Her too. She just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, no, Daniel has a little bit more self-preservation.
I have none.
Well, we're gonna go find her, and then we'll probably be back out in just a few, because we're gonna be searching for a ship, and we'll need y'all's help.
All right.
All right.
I'll wait out here.
All right, we'll be back in a few, Daniel. And then I
Careful.
just usher Darren and Sutha to follow me inside the Sailor's Delight.
All right.
Eudemus. Okay.
Sutha just kind of like looks to Deer and is like, "What?"
I'm just going with it at this point.
Oh, all right. All right.
I am scanning the tavern for a chaotic halfling.
Callie, please tell me, where are you in this tavern? Are you currently engaged in battle? Are you swinging from the chandelier? Are you just like trying to hamstring a guy? What you doing?
So I have this wonderful feat called Tavern Brawler.
All right. Yep.
Which means that when I throw random objects at people, like bar stools,
Which
I
are
get
bigger
to
than
roll
you.
for it.
Are you just standing on the bar and chucking a bar stool at someone?
I've caused significant damage to this establishment.
You can't really tell, but there's less places to sit.
I think at this point she's just like drunkenly laughing at one of the tables, but you can tell shit went down.
Yeah.
I walk up to her table. I take the mug of ale sitting in front of her. I smirk and I drink.
Hey!
Oh, shut the fuck up. I'll buy you another one. Hey, barkeep, 2 more pints of ale,
Unkind
please.
cuttlefish. What the fuck?
I go and I give her a hug.
Oh yes, big fucking, squeezing hug from a very small, angry pirate.
Very
You also
small.
notice she has a lot more white hair from when you last saw her because she is like she's
Older.
middle age.
Yeah.
Oh,
glad to see Daniel
fuck ton more scars. Fuck ton more scars.
Oh, glad to see both you and Daniel are here safely. Where's the rest of the crew?
Let's get some drinks. Shall we get some drinks? Let's get drinks.
Yeah.
You've got an entourage.
Oh, yes. Let me introduce you to some friends of mine. This is Sutha, bearer of teeth. She motions to Sutha. And this is my partner, Darren.
He waves. Drinks. There's a little bit of a side eye.
I totally forgot for a second that you're playing 2 different characters. I was like, why isn't Darren responding? Oh shit.
Darren just waves.
Yeah.
Sutha just stands there awkwardly for like a 2 seconds, sees all like the awkwardness, and is just like, drinks!
Drinks solve everything.
Yeah. Sit down at the table, get some drinks. Alright, I'm pretty sure you want this short, sweet, to the point, don't you?
Where are we going and why?
We need to get to Pendalin. We have some business to attend to over there for another friend of ours, Isla. I believe she's mentioned meeting you before.
You know the Lily. All right.
Yes, I know the Lily. She's like a sister to me.
How is she doing?
She's doing very well. She got her eyes back.
Fascinating.
Yeah, she's got
I-
something to attend to in Diamond today, but they should be back by the end of the night or even tomorrow.
Looking forward to that reunion.
Oh, please don't tell me you tried flirting with her.
What?
Callie, you have a wife.
Yeah, about that. You've missed a lot, Cuttlefish.
What's happened that I don't know about?
A lot. Mutiny, mostly.
Who fucking did it?
Cochrane,
Oh, that fucker.
amongst others. Well, it's been a long couple of years.
At least you and Daniel are still kicking it.
Oh, yeah. Found him about a month ago. Took some time. Still looking for a couple others.
Well, we'll be traveling for a bit, so if I come across any familiar faces, I'll let you know.
If Sierra looks, she'll notice that Callie's got her wedding band on a necklace around her neck.
Yeah, she noticed, and she is putting on a brave face right now.
Drink. It's the best medicine. Where's your tall friend?
Sutha goes to the bar.
So the gets the drinks.
Cause Sutha just doesn't. Nope. Awkward conversation. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
There are a lot of emotions, and I still don't really know what to do with
Yeah.
those. I'm a good no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sutha goes to the bar, gets like 4 pints of beers and like bread. Cause food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright. Well, we can talk about the past later. We really need to get to work procuring a ship.
Yes. DM. I had a ship. Do I still have a ship?
Oh yeah, because
Do we need to steal a ship?
you had a ship in the one shot.
You stole
I
the
know, that's why
beholder.
I'm wondering, because this is Callie. She gets blackout drunk a lot. Do I still have a ship?
You stole the
I
beholder.
mean, didn't you just say a mutiny took place?
Oh,
That
that
was
was
the old
that was
ship.
That was
years
an
ago.
old
That was-
ship.
That was
That's
before
the
the
old
one
ship. That's the siren. The siren is gone, and most of the crew is dead or enslaved. It's fine.
You know what? Surprisingly, I think you have actually managed to retain this ship. You haven't
I
lost
didn't
it.
Jack Sparrow it.
You didn't Jack Sparrow it. You didn't lose it in like a bar brawl or anything like that. And no one has yet manage to sneak aboard and try to steal it either. So
Beholder had good taste in ships.
It's part of it might be because it. I don't remember what I don't know what condition it was in during the one shot. But
The ship itself was in good condition. We stole it off of a beholder that had the kid as a slave.
Yeah.
And a few others. And then we kind of employed those who had nowhere else to go after said as crew. And
I think honestly part of it might be because that ship's name is still, because that was fairly recent. I think because the ship's name is tied so intrinsically to that beholder, that's given you kind of a measure of like, I ain't gonna fuck with that shit for at least a while longer until it kind of gets out that y'all aren't flying under his eye banner. So yeah, so I think for now you've managed to maintain the ship that you had, specifically because people still think that it's a beholder's ship.
Sweet.
Eventually you might have some like pushback and some like people trying to get on it, but for now it is your own. No one's gonna try to get it. Is the beholder that you took it from dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's fucking dead.
He's murdered. So yeah, so it's not like the beholder himself, but also, you know, people, because beholders have that habit of being batshit insane, but also like doing really weird stuff because they're batshit insane. People aren't sure if he's actually dead and gone or if he's like hiding to see what people are saying about him, and then he's gonna come back and like murder anybody who said or did anything bad against his ship. So that has given you a much more of a measure of protection than maybe you counted on at the time.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Because like, sure, you may, you know, you or somebody else in the crew may get drunk and be like, nah, man, we killed that motherfucker and took his ship. What? And they might be like, sure, maybe that's true. But also, what if it's a beholder trick? So, because sailors are superstitious and suspicious as fuck. So like,
Also, if we stole the ship and we fucked with a beholder, maybe don't fuck with them.
Exactly. Like, but if they're like, it could be true, in which case, I don't have the balls to fuck with that, or it could be false, and I don't have the balls to fuck with the beholder either. So, in both counts. So yeah. So you still have your ship. You probably need to resupply, honestly, which may be part of like why you had mentioned like going to Pearl, because maybe Pearl has better rates for resupplying a ship for like a long journey than Abalone does. Or at least they might this week, and then it'll flip next week, because like I said, those two cities are in a very bitter rivalry and forever will be. And the sailors just kind of take advantage of what's good.
Just pulling my dad at a dealership where he goes to the one and then the one across the street and back and forth until they lower the price to a level that he likes.
That's amazing.
Went on for an hour. It's only amazing and afterwards, not during.
Not during, no. To be fair, buying a car is just shitty all around for everybody except the car dealer. Anyway, so you have a ship. I'm gonna say you do need to be resupplied. Abalone, because I don't remember specifically what it was, but we had mentioned that y'all have to leave from Pearl. Like that's where you guys are supposed to be meeting up afterward.
Yeah.
Pearl's not that far from Abalone, especially when you have your own ship. But it might be that you came over here to get Sierra, get an idea of how many people you were going to be having on the ship, what their skills were before you like stocked up on both supplies and potentially like hired additional like other hands to help run the ship. Because it takes more than a couple of people, unless you're Jack Sparrow and Will Turner. Unless you trick an entire like legion of soldiers to prepare your
Set
ship.
it up for me.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, you have your own ship. It's in good condition. You're needing to resupply. So all of these things you're probably telling Sierra, and kind of getting a good head count for like what's needed and what's kind of going on.
Okay, I'm also going to make sure that Daniel actually comes into the fucking bar and sits at the goddamn table instead of being a pussy at the door.
He will once he has a path to a seat where he won't get smooshed by McFucking Goliath when he's not looking.
I feel like he followed Sutha towards the bar to make his best. Everyone, or corpse in the bar, everyone gets a scooch. Just like make way for the locked lady. He's just like,
yeah. So yeah.
Although before we bring him back to the table, I'll just point out to Sierra that, like, by the way, his brother's not one of the survivors, and it was not a nice way to go.
Noted.
Thought I should tell you now.
It's a lot to process, and I'm just going to put a pin in it for now. Now we need to focus on resupplying and getting a crew together.
Well, I've got a ship. I've got part of a crew. Some of them fucking bailed because they decided they wanted their own.
Oh, that's good. I'll admit it right now. No one in my party. I'll admit it now. No one in my party knows how to sail, so they will be fucking useless. No offense, Darren.
You. Darren's just You're not wrong.
I know how to use rope, but not in this situation.
Fucking minnows. You're bringing me minnows.
I'm sorry.
How
Listen,
many minnows?
Sorry, me, I have to actually count. I forget how many members are in our party.
You're not, so 6.
6 minnows.
6 minnows.
Listen, I will tell them right off the bat to stay out of your way, and there'll be no trouble. They listen pretty decently. Drax, you might have to remind him a few times or knock him upside the head.
Who?
Oh, remember the tall bastard that you met? Lanky, Scottish accent. Oh, he's with Isla, by the way. Figured I should mention that.
Fucking why?
Listen, he's like a brother to me, and I ask myself that every day.
It's a shame.
Isla puts him in his place, so.
Fine.
Don't, beer, don't fucking cry on me.
Beer? What?
Ale, drink, no tears. Callie was sniffling.
No, that was me. That was Sarah has allergies.
No, I'm taking it as Callie was sniffling because Isla's the one that got away, and Sierra's just like, nope, fucking drink.
I'm disappointed, that's all.
Okay, so we can try to scrounge up some crew here and resupply as well. Then I'm hoping they will be back by this evening so we can all meet up in Pearl tomorrow, because don't ask why, we have to specifically leave Pearl. Trying to give as little details as possible.
All right.
You know the deal, no questions asked.
I have no problem with random secret missions or trips or looting runs or any of the like.
Good to know. Well, if you can scrounge up some crew, I can do the resupply. I have enough gold for it. Just the usual provisions that we'll need.
Yes, we've just come back after a couple months long trip, so it's probably a good idea.
I can easily put that together.
I won't say no.
Consider me paying you for taking us across the sea on your ship. Pay for the resupply and all that.
Fantastic, I'll take it.
Alright, well, I think that settles that.
I'm looking at the sheet. Okay. Ah! Sorry, I'm multitasking and I have
Okay.
2 different fucking character sheets.
It's okay.
I'm really sorry.
I knew this was gonna happen. This is why I color coordinated them. They're color coded. We're good. We'll be fine. But yeah, I guess they'll go out and start heading out for supplies.
How much will supplies cost me, DM?
Sorry, remind me, are you buying for like the whole ship or for like
For the whole ship.
For the whole ship. Okay.
I've got 8,000 gold to spend.
Fair enough. I think to resupply for a whole ship, which I'm gonna assume because it's the 7 of you. It's Callie, Daniel, and what, like probably
whatever
5?
crew Callie gathers.
Okay. Let's say 5 other NPCs to run like a smallish ship effectively. Does that sound like a decent number?
There is a mathematical thing on D&D Beyond, and I can look it up if you want.
Yeah, I just because I know you got.
I've got gold. I've got gemstones to sell if I need to.
Because what she has is, or was just a galley, I think, which isn't that huge. And a galley has a capacity of 80 crew, 40 passengers. That's awful big. It's been a while since I've done this. 1 captain, 5 officers, 42 sailors. That's an example crew.
I was about to say, I don't think your crew is going to be that big. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's an example
crew. It's going to be half that big.
I mean, in Pirates of the Caribbean, I think they had a crew half that size.
Yeah.
Longship has 40 crew.
That seems
That's a lot.
I was gonna say if you do a schooner, I believe the minimum you need is 13.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say you're able to get 20 people total, including you, Daniel, Sierra, and Kitsune also texted me that the guy he had for the one shot Alexander.
Oh yeah, Alec.
Alec is also there. So you guys have, 16 people in addition to y'all, and I guess.
Wait, guys, does this mean in the next session we play where we're on ship, we can have Kitsune with us?
If he wants to, I will not make him if he's not up to it.
I'm down for this. Okay, but how much gold is that going to be?
So let's thankfully
for the crew and buying rations and stuff.
Rations, I assume, are of a similar price to trail rations for D&D travel, which I think normally you can get like 10 days worth of rations for like 5 gold. So I'm gonna assume that for one trip to Pendalin, one way, I'm gonna say would take a little less than 10 days, so you guys can further restock up there. So let's say 5 gold per person. We've got 20 people as the crew, plus another 6, so 26 times 5 is 130. So yeah, actually, you can do 130 gold. If you want to get some nicer rations, we can round it out to a solid 150. And make sure that you've got like some extra nice things, like some ale and stuff to kind of add on top of it. If that sounds good.
I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna drop 500 gold.
Okay, this thing is filled to the brim with good shit. You got like the primo fucking travel rations.
Yeah.
You have plenty of water.
So we make sure that the crew we hired is well paid. We got good rations, all of that.
Yep.
I also like to point out that the members of my crew that I already had have been like, aside from Alec, we're all enslaved for an extended period of time. This is some like insane shit for them.
Yeah. It's like, wait, what do you mean this is meat? What do you mean this is a sweet alcohol? No, alcohol burns and it's kind of, it's like liquid bread. What are you what is this? What is this ambrosia?
Listen. If Sierra had to pull in a favor last minute, so she's paying out the ass for this.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right, good shit.
Right. There's only one other thing I want Sierra to do tonight, but that requires one-on-one with Darren, and that's probably going to be later.
That's totally fair.
And he's just helping with the supply shopping right now.
Yeah, totally fair. Okay. Yeah, you guys had a little bit of a chance to talk, which is good. I'm sure I'm sure Sierra's gonna be processing the like, oh, that was a whole lot of shit that happened to like.
Yeah, she's putting a pen in that. She's gonna think about all that later.
We'll scream about this later.
Yeah.
TBS, to be screamed about. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So you guys are able to restock pretty well. So you don't necessarily need to go, or sorry. My brain's doing a whole bunch of other things. Did you guys take the quick jaunt over to Pearl to do the restock, or did you restock here in Avalon?
Whichever was easiest, because we'll all have to be in Pearl the next morning.
Okay, gotcha. I can just say that you guys went across the stream and you didn't have much, and y'all were planning to meet up in Pearl anyway. So I'm well, so I'm gonna say y'all did that and maybe like put Anya in like a robe or something and just tucked her down in the ship for now.
Yeah.
So that she can go with you. That way she's not seen, but she's not left alone.
Yeah.
Because y'all, like I said, I have in my notes that y'all had established that you're meeting back up in Pearl, so moving Anya at least just that across the bay was part of the plan. But y'all aren't stupid. You have taken precautions. So yeah, so you guys have done that.
I just slip Callie another 50 gold and be like, no questions.
Just don't ask questions.
She'll be like, no questions asked. Just keep an eye on her and keep her on the ship.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a small little thing, but all right. Okay, cool. So yeah. So y'all are in Pearl. It's I think I've described Pearl before. It's Pearl and Abalone have very lovely cities because again, constantly competing. But Pearl, of course, has pearls and other like maritime stuff. There's a lot of blue sapphire in here too. Sometimes like some red or some emeralds, like offset some colors. But there's no abalone in the city. And the same with abalone. There's no pearl in the city. So anyway, so yeah, so y'all are able to get over there and find like another decent a tavern to just kind of wait out for everybody else to return for the evening. It's near-ish to the teleportation circle. It's probably the one that Sierra's parents had their little like away like little vacation at when you brought them over there to do like their little vacation thing. So yeah, y'all are pretty well set up. I think everything's looking pretty good overall. I know that you've got at least like a room because that's probably where Anya's staying for the night. That probably would have only been like 2 gold because it's just for like the day. You guys aren't even staying the night there necessarily. Because you can sleep on the ship. You know, out with the tide, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I think before we hop over, because I think with all of the hustle and bustle of this just so far, because you guys have been going in and out of shops, you've been haggling, buying things, getting stuff set up, you've been, you know, moving things. I don't think you, Sierra, I don't think you've yet had a chance to to get Darren as alone as you want, because I'm sure you want that full
Here's the
10
thing,
minutes.
Icarus. I want the other group to get some interaction before I talk with Darren, because this went on longer than I expected, and I feel bad.
That's okay. But yeah, just as a clarification, because I want to make sure you get the whole time. So before we hop back over to the other group, let's do a real quick bathroom break. Try and get back here and back up before 12:05. So it's just over 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll be much less, but let's try and do that, and then it will pick back up in Diamond with Devotion. With Devotion and Zink and everybody, we'll do the stuff with Belladonna and hopefully get a chance to look at the campsite.
All right, we're gonna cut to a quick break. We'll be back. We are back.
Hello.
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 Now I
welcome
get to
Trump.
play another character. Yay!
Hello and welcome to Trump.
To drama. Oh, that's at the end of the episode.
Possible.
'Cause I am
yeah.
goddamn determined to interrogate this man.
Okay. So, boop-a-doop-a-doop. Zinc, we open up on you. Oh, actually, we open up on you bamfing everybody over there. So, real quick, high, lower, mid.
Oh shit.
Hi.
You said high.
I said 79.
All right, so high. So you
Oh
gotta
shit.
you got
Hi.
you, you got 79. I got a 90.
Oh
What
shit.
are my choices?
So your
Oh,
choices are
God.
either you become invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures can't hear you. The invisibility ends if you attack or cast a spell, or illusory butterflies and flower petals flutter in the air within 10 feet of you for the next minute.
Oh my god.
So you can be
that-
a ghost.
Anime
you,
girl.
It's
Yep.
Isabella. Yes.
All right, cool. You appear in like these absolutely gorgeous, brilliant blue and purple butterflies are just and like rich like pink and red rose petals are just floating about you and only you as if in their own little breeze.
I'm
And
gonna
occasionally
like,
the butterflies will land on your hair and then like flutter away and then come back.
I'm just gonna like sort of like prestidigitation them around Isla for a second, and then Drax, and then Devotion space, and then back to me.
For some unknown reason, we hear the voice of Stephanie Beatrice in the background just go, Isabella!
There's two sisters fighting down the street.
Oh Lord.
What else can I do? Bring it in, bring it in.
There once was a shooter. Good Lord.
Okay,
Anyway,
seriously though, Encanto, how are we not still talking about how amazing that movie is? It's so good.
I haven't heard people shit about it.
We
since
need
it
a
came out.
whole
I
other
agree.
stream just to talk about
True,
that movie.
true, fair.
I don't think anyone stopped. I don't think anyone's stopped talking about it, and I'm actually okay with it.
It gave Percy a lot of feelings as somebody who was raised in a Hispanic family, and
It is-
not all of them were good feelings, but it was a lot of feelings.
Mhm.
It trumps Frozen. I said it. Saying it with my whole chest.
Also, love that it can prove that you can have an amazing, like a wonderful story that has no romantic subplot required. Just
yeah.
Anyway, so
No,
dive
hold
in.
on. I need to put my 2 cents in.
Okay.
Alright.
Give me your pennies.
That grandma was a fucking bitch.
Oh, she was a cute grandma.
Abuela was a fucking bitch.
Okay, but to be
Like
fair,
I said, we need a whole other stream to talk about this.
every single
We
other
don't have
grandma-
enough minutes left tonight, y'all.
We don't.
And Bruno, I'm sorry. I'd tap that.
We all
You and 90% of the Disney fandom.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's
Nothing
John
of that.
Leguizamo. We all know what he looks like in a nice red velvet vest with a gun. We all know.
We are aware. I love it's like the meme of like who will be your choice of
Please get
interest?
back to the game.
Anyway, we'll discuss after. We'll do smash or pass after. So anyway, in Diamond. So yeah, you guys appear with Zink's lovely little things sort of fluttering about. So y'all are I think about a 10-minute walk away from the Shady Shack, if I'm remembering properly from last time. So you have no problems getting there. I know Belladonna said she was going to chill out until you guys got there the next day from when you talked to her last night, Zink. So you know that she should be kind of hanging out there. So y'all are able to kind of easily make your way. Drax and Isla, do you guys go ahead to break off to check on the forge? Or are you going to go to meet up and like say bye to Belladonna?
I will probably want to say goodbye to Belladonna.
Okay. Cool. I don't think we can do any of the forge stuff with what we've got left tonight, but the forge is fine. I promise. It's a little cold, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, Drax would definitely go to say goodbye to Belladonna.
Good shit. All right. So you guys head on over to the Shady Shack. It's not busy at all, considering that it's quite early in the day. Like, because you guys left like in the morning time, so like it's before like 10 a.m. even. So this place is like dead.
Yeah. Bella is currently finishing up a tarot reading with a client at one of the tables.
This client has definitely been there all night. He is distraught over he got into a fight with his beloved, and he thinks that Terrence might leave him, and he doesn't really know what to do about it. You were trying to give a helping hand, and I think what you saw maybe wasn't the best, but he seemed okay with it.
Yeah, he has a lot of like personal issues to unpack first.
He does.
Yeah.
He's got to do some growth.
Yeah. Like, Sugar, you need to do a little bit more self-healing in the moment before you start worrying about your relationship. You understand?
You're right. You're so right, man. I just needed to hear it.
Yeah, well, the cards tell the truth.
Oh, they do. Here. And he like slams a couple of gold down. He's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grow like a daisy in the sun. And he like downs the rest of his ale. Thank you.
Of course, Sugar. You have a great rest of your day. And she does one of those looks like.
It's like, you're not gonna remember this later.
Yeah, cleanse my cards after that. Grab a stick of incense and vigorously shake it over.
Some juniper cards. Just kind of waft it over.
And I just whisper him, I'm sorry you had to deal with him. I put my cards away.
Anyway,
do I see the flower petals first before I see the group?
No, because the flower petals would have stopped at that point. Because there was only for a minute. Sorry.
Did you see the client that she had just like ran out of the Shady Shack?
Yeah.
He's
heading out.
He kind of stumbled out. You know, he's waving like a fucking like he's on a ship in a storm, just kind of wobbling, and he's still crying a little bit like, yeah, man, I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna grow.
So, Belladonna's been doing some reading.
I guess so.
We're not that bad, are we?
Belladonna, was that you that hurt that poor boy?
Oh, Sugar, I didn't hurt him. He just had to face some hard truths. Now you're gonna stay out there all day, or you're gonna come say hello to me?
Yeah, we'll come in. You can respond to this message, though, if you want to.
I always respond to you, darling.
And then Zink will peek his head in and run over and give Belladonna a big hug.
Give him a hug. My tail wraps around him as well as I'm giving him a hug. Because I'm a tiefling.
Random question, is the tip of your tail pierced?
No, but the tip of her tail is kind of like painted gold.
Oh,
because
cool.
her horns are golden.
Yes.
She's kind of had the tip of her tail mix of paint and also tattooed with metallic ink so that it's gold.
Fuck yes. Okay, cool. I love tieflings like decorating their extra bits. It's cool. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah. It's so good to see you again, Sugar. Did you all have a good trip? She just goes around and just starts giving everyone hugs.
Yeah, uneventful. I mean, I got all these pastries. Oh, do you want a box?
Oh, I would love some pastries.
One box.
I'll take the box of pastries. Well, why don't we call this an even trade? I'll take this box of pastries, and I have no use for these items that we picked up. And she just sets down a bag full of all the items that she got from Severance's lair.
Ooh.
All right, you open up. Inside is a cape of the Mountebank, 2 daggers of venom, a ring of evasion, and a ring of free action.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I took some time the past evening to kind of study these items and what exactly they all do. If you smell that brimstone smell, it's coming from that cape right there. It's a pretty nifty item to have, from what I learned from it. You could use it to cast Dimension Door when you need. Only once a day, though.
That could be handy, though.
And of course, I don't think I really need to explain those 2 daggers right there. They're very sharp and very poisonous when in use, so be very careful with those. The little hummingbird ring right there, that is a ring of evasion. You can use that, at least a couple times a day in case you need to make a quick exit. And then that little silver ring with the gemstone right there, that's a ring of free action, so any sort of magic used to restrain you, cannot really restrain you anymore.
Ooh, that could be handy.
So if anyone in your group can use any of these items, they are free to do so.
Well, thank you. This is a nice cache.
Yeah, well, I figured we should have picked up a few treasures after our endeavors here in town.
Are you sure you don't want anything of this?
Oh, sugar, I've got plenty of magic items in my little bag right here, and she just pats on her carpet bag. Like, hold on one second. And she reaches in and she pulls out the broomstick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
And she just shoves it back down in. I've procured various magic items over the past couple of years. I'm pretty set with what I've got.
Okay. Well, thank you. How's everything kind of calmed down since we left?
It has. Your 2 friends, the siblings, have been keeping an eye on that encampment since y'all left. It's died down, and those bandits have started to leave town as of late. But let me say, the past 24 hours were a little hectic. But it's pretty much calmed down at this point. I think your friends are ready to leave, honestly. They don't seem like they want to settle down in one place for too long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
I don't know them that well, but they seem like wanderers. Drax, Isla, you guys have been quiet. Devotion, I haven't heard a peep out of you. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Observing and thinking.
Thinking?
Thinking about what, Sweet Pea?
Well, thinking about my approach to how we're gonna handle this situation with leaving.
Oh, you're all leaving?
Just for a bit, but we'll be back.
Where exactly are y'all heading, if I might ask?
My homeland.
Which would be...
Hold on, before you answer that question, Zinc is like grabbing the daggers of venom and like slowly trying to place them in Isla's, like one in each hand. Like, this is how you should approach it.
I am Zinc. I'm not too entirely sure you're correct on that. What would we put that for? D.
I don't know. I like this vibe. Oh, sorry, Belladonna, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
She kind of like looks to everybody else, like, is it okay? Are we safe to say this? Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on, I have a spell.
Oh yeah, the little silent spell that Anya taught
Yeah,
you.
was I able to learn that? by now. Zone of Secrets.
No, sorry, are you looking around with the gem of seeing?
No,
no.
Zink is trying to do the Zone of Secrets that Anya showed him.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. I mean, you could remember, Zone of Secrets is essentially no one outside of your area can hear what you're talking about, even though you can hear everything that's going on.
Right.
So I guess the only way to like make sure that it's working right is to cast it and then leave and then listen to what they're talking about.
Oh yeah.
That's a nifty spell.
You do see it go into effect.
Hold on, let me double check this, and I'll sort of like wiggle backwards out of the zone.
Okay.
Can I hear them?
What exactly are you doing?
You see Belladonna's mouth moving, but you can't hear anything.
He's very excited.
Guessing whatever spell he just cast just worked.
I can't hear you!
You hear Zink very clearly because it does not work in reverse.
My wife developed a new spell.
I see Zink is quite the studious one to learn spells very quickly.
Yes, my wife made one for us to be able to talk in private, in non-private places.
How is she doing, by the way?
Better.
It's good to hear.
The children will be rejoining her soon, and that will put a lot of us at ease.
That is good to hear. As you were saying, Sweet Pea?
Well, we're gonna be heading to Pendalin.
Pendalin? Well, that's a journey.
Yeah, it is. And it was kind of difficult getting out of there when you had no eyesight.
Well, you have eyesight now. So it should be easy re-entering.
It should be. Growing up, I only knew the small home and fields that me and my mother used to live on. Anything past that, I couldn't see. So. But now I'll be able to see it with new eyes. Pun intended.
Think of it as a new beginning then.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous. But I have to try, you know?
You gotta keep your head up, Sweet Pea. Can't let that crown falter. And as Belladonna says that, she snaps her fingers, and then a flower crown appears on Isla's head of sweet peas and roses.
Aww.
Yeah, I know Druidcraft too, bitch.
That's true.
Taste your own fucking medicine.
Isla does that thing where she's like, oh, and like tears up a little bit. Because she always does that for other people, but for somebody to do that for her, she's like, oh,
baby.
She just goes, thank you.
Of course, Sweet Pea.
Thank you for your help.
I was happy to help any friend of Ray Ray's is a friend of mine. Rayla.
She'll give her a big hug.
Give her a hug too.
Do you know where we can find them?
I think they're still based out near that encampment site. I mean, I checked in with them earlier this morning.
Okay.
Rayla's still over there. Where her brother is, I'm not exactly sure, but I figure he's nearby too.
I can just run around casting message until I find them. But yeah, let's get a drink before we depart, because we should celebrate.
I'm pretty sure you felt it as well, but I felt your dear friend, the Jackal Paladin type. I felt him pass on as well. And she pulls the tea bag out of her carpet bag to show them.
Oh, I'm glad he blessed you with one of those.
He was very kind.
Yeah, we really
It's
missed
very
him.
special.
I had a feeling he was not on this plane when I first met him.
You know, we had a bet going around as well, whether he was in it or not.
Well, whoever won that bet, I hope you paid them.
Problem was, we made the bet, we never put any money down. Whoever won would have made out like a bandit.
But seriously, Belladonna, thank you for everything.
It's my pleasure to help.
Although one question. We're not as bad as that guy that ran out, like when you eating, right? I just want to make sure.
I mean, do you want another reading?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Oh god, let me pull up her tarot deck real quick.
This is either
Oh
gonna.
boy.
There is no in between.
Alright. Okay, let's do this. D8 and the D10. 3 times. Okay. Ah, shit, stay in the fucking tray. How do I read this again? Okay, so 24 as a Queen of Swords. That's your past card. Intelligent, writer, communicative yet cold, cuts through the BS. Second card. 80. That is... Eight counts 0, so 0, 0. Hold on. Sorry, this card is so fucking weird. Let me roll this one again. There we go. Empress. Abundance, nurturing, fertility, life and bloom. Last one. 67.
Sorry?
Knight of Pentacles. Cautious, sensible, and slow to progress. Let me try to put together a bullshit reasoning for this. I want to somehow tie this with the interaction with Falkir.
Well,
let's see here. Seems you recently had experienced someone who just cuts the chase. Very smart. No bullshit.
The baker.
Yes, Zinc, the baker. Yeah, no, you could say that.
They're a big part of your past, your upbringing. Presently, you are in the company of someone nurturing, making sure life is always in bloom, and she's gonna eye Isla.
What?
And your future is advising to you to be cautious. Be slow with the progress. No need to rush anything. Is that scary enough for you? Are you gonna run out of this tavern crying?
Not
No, I'm fine.
Want to roll an
I'm
insight
fine.
check on him?
Everything's fine.
Insight check on Drax. 17.
21 deception. 18 plus 3.
What the fuck is that audio?
Oh. Who?
I don't know whose audio that was, but whoever's trespassing needs to stop.
I'm sorry, I hit the space bar which started the YouTube video in the background. I
Alright.
forgot to hit mute. I'm sorry.
Alright, so you're being deceitful. I don't see anything.
Oh, I will say what you do see is definitely a look of not embarrassed, like shameful embarrassment, but more embarrassment, a conversation that he had brought back into his head. Don't want to think about that right now. Nope.
Donna's just like,
That-
I was right.
Never wrong.
Consider that reading on the house. Well, I don't want to keep you all if you're going to go meet up with the siblings, so...
I do have one thing that I need to say.
And what would that be?
Thank you. I put a lot of faith and trust in a stranger, and I found that trust well placed. I don't know if we could have gotten this done as smoothly as we did without your help. I owe you a great deal, Belladonna.
It pays to trust people, doesn't it?
A hard lesson to learn for me, but I'm working on it.
Well, you keep putting in the work and the effort, alright?
I'll do my best.
These are good people you're running with.
Yeah.
As long as you have their backs, they'll have yours.
That's the hope.
And if there's any rumor of y'all fooling around, I will hear about it, just to let you all know. Nothing slips
I
past
have
old
no doubt.
Belladonna here.
Oh, Snow, we're perfectly well behaved.
Drax will give a very stern look to Devotion. Just really.
Well, before we all depart, let's go grab a shot or just a quick drink.
Oh, I'm definitely down for one last shot with all of y'all. And I order 5 shots. Just like the crudest, most burning liquor that this place sells.
Rot gut. Yeah.
I'll dismiss the zone of secrets before you order too.
Hold up my shot glass. To the next leg of y'all's journey. And she'll down her shot.
And if it's with pirates, it'll be a wooden leg. Nope.
She'll down her shot.
Side note, that is good rum.
That has a bit of a kick to it.
All right. Yeah, and canonically, Devotion took a shot of water because he doesn't consume alcohol.
Isla like downs it and goes like.
I mean, even Belladonna does a wincing face like.
Yeah, this stuff burns, but not in the way that like good whiskey does, because it's kind of rot. It's rot gut on purpose, so it's.
To be fair, even Devotion makes a face because this is This is Shady Shack Tavern water. He's just like,
Yeah.
I'm thirstier now.
That-
Oh, what's that?
That was not a pleasant burn.
Never is.
Honey,
Mhm.
you lying?
Hey, twins.
Mhm.
I don't know the
This
idea.
is Zinc Bob. Whatever other name I gave you. And where's the tavern if you want to join us? You can respond to this message. Oh, man. Good stuff.
Awesome. Drax will take evasion.
You keep
Before he
breaking
does.
up. What?
Don't growl at it. It's already being bratty.
It got through most of the stream without any issue. Okay.
I see what you did there.
I love how he's like super mad at Peter in the middle of the computer. So like, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
I have a quick question. Are any of y'all carrying a bag of holding?
No.
That's a good question.
Or are any of
No.
y'all just carrying a pack of sorts?
Well, Devotion's carrying 4 boxes of pastries and donuts. Yeah.
At least one person in this party. No, it's Darren who has a bag of holding, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a backpack
mean,
and I have 4.
Technically, Flortma had one too, but
I have.
I
Have you
I
not?
currently have a backpack. That's
I have a
about it.
backpack as well.
Alright.
Yeah, I got a bag.
By the way, I'm gonna say through magic of necessity, because he had a lot of the holding, like he had a lot of the sending stones. The stuff that was in Flortma's bag of holding magically transferred to Darren's bag of holding. He will figure that out next time he goes in. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey.
I want to say, as Belladonna is giving like her last hugs, when she goes to hug Isla, I want to try and slip something in her pack.
all right.
Alright.
So you roll a sleight of hand. Sorry, you Belladonna roll sleight of hand, and you Isla roll, I believe, perception to see if you notice. And Isla, you're trying to beat whatever number Belladonna rolls, which I'm guessing was a nat 20.
No, but it was close. That's a 19, so 26.
Okay.
All right.
Oh shit. 24.
Did not beat it. So you will
Ah.
find out next time. You think that maybe the hug was like there was just like more to the hug, but it might just be like, oh, friend.
Like, oh yeah.
All
A
right,
nice
um,
hug.
For a hug.
All right,
Oh,
so
please.
you don't notice it now, but Hannah, go ahead and make note. You now have a decanter of endless water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, damn.
They're dope.
Canter of endless water.
With a little
Wow.
note saying, put this to good use.
Oh.
Love B.
I love how it just said hydrate.
Oh, it says hydrate and put this to good use. Love B.
Yes.
This is Belladonna's version of hydrate or dihydrate. Good stuff.
Drax took the ring of evasion, by the way.
Maybe we should wait until everyone's together to do it.
Yeah, sorry I couldn't give 7 magic items, but I trust you guys to split them up where they need to go.
Or also, I mean, if you need it, that's fine.
Yeah. Alright, just remember it's a Cape of the Mountebank, 2 Daggers of Venom, Ring of Evasion, and a ring of free action.
I mean, this cape is pretty cool, but
Belladonna's not meaning to kick y'all out, but I want to make sure y'all get interaction with the twins.
Yeah. Yeah, if possible, I'd like us to finish out the diamond stuff so we can all reconvene and then do like the ship stuff next time. If worse comes to worse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, whatever works is good.
Yeah.
Y'all can also like kind of be like, I kind of want to put a pin in this, and we can discuss out of character, like in the chat, who gets what item. That way, you know, we'll resolve it peacefully.
I can't wear the cape because I have wings. My wings are my cape.
Okay. So yeah, you guys bid a fond farewell to Belladonna. Thank her for the scarily accurate reading, as well as being a wonderful support while you guys were here. We may or may not see her again. I legitimately do not know, but hey, it is nice to know that we have assorted people we can bring in as needed. So y'all are able to trek through the city and get back to the spot where the camp for Severance was. I think the twins are fairly close by. I think they've been keeping watch on it until you guys returned. Since they hadn't had any like further like explicit communication, it was sort of like, we're just gonna keep tabs here because this is where like the information would be that we'd need to know. So I think once you guys start coming around the bend, I essentially they're gonna like pop out of the woodwork, because you're a very unique group. It's not like they're gonna mistake you for someone else. Let's be real. Yeah, they're gonna pop. Yeah, they're gonna pop out of the woodwork. And they're dressed back in like their normal clothes. They're not in their like disguise clothes because they haven't been going to their disguise jobs. Because why the fuck would they?
We didn't want to stay as a stable hand and a scullery maid. I can't imagine.
I know, truly, in this market, but
in this economy.
Kind of sad that Darren can't, because Darren's dealing with other shit.
I know. Anyway, so yeah, they just kind of like materialize out of some fucking shadows once y'all go into the building that was housing the camp. Essentially, they just kind of materialize as y'all kind of step foot. And Rayla kind of speaks up. It looks like Xander is still kind of waking up. He's like rubbing his eyes like he just woke up. Shut the fuck up. You've been asleep. So, some of her goons have been here and gone. They kind of, we may have left some blood drips on the ground, courtesy of, well, it was a cut of meat we cooked for lunch. But before we cooked it, we kind of just like squeezed it out and made some good blood drips. So most of the people have stayed away since y'all destroyed everything. So nobody's been back in to like touch whatever that is. And she is gesturing to the tent. So everything should be exactly like it was the night that you murked her. So you do that and then tell us where we're going. I'm gonna sit. I had watch until a few minutes ago.
Okay. Thanks for looking out.
No one's tried to abscond with the giant pot of money? I'm surprised.
And they kind of like gesture over to the said pot of money, which looks utterly empty. But it's still in a position that makes it look like there should be something there. I'm really good at painting with dirt.
Would you like some pastries? You look like you need to eat something.
Yeah, Devotion just like turned around like from a packet, like sets down the giant stack of boxes of pastries. Go nuts.
They both pop open a box.
Just take this whole box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being on a stakeout sucks.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, case in point, the gold is still there. They've essentially, especially Rayla, has just sort of disguised it in such a way using like dirt and other stuff so that it doesn't look like there's anything there. Like it kind of looks like the wall behind it. She has like PETA level skills of decorating shit with like natural materials. Anyway.
Looks at it. Interesting. I wonder who she was gathering this money for. This is something I'd expect of my brother, not her. Granted, if it was him, he'd have it in piles all over the place.
Well, it's not effective to know how much you've got.
I'm sure we can find a good use for it, as long as it's not going to my family. The other family.
Mitch, I love you, bitch.
Good night, man. Keep tight.
Good eye.
But yeah, the tent is exactly where you left it. It's one side's a little bit more open than the other. It doesn't look necessarily tidy in there from what you can see from this angle, but it's not like a complete mess. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to start combing over the room, sort of a general look, see find the like standout things, and then I'm going to sort of try and call back to what I knew of her and try and find any hiding spots.
Okay.
Anna, I love you, banana.
I'm not going yet.
Okay, sorry.
Like 10 more minutes.
I understand. Early works is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, Devotion, go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna say perception with advantage because you kind of have an idea of like where she would put things, which will help you sort through the stuff in her in her tent a little easier. What's that saying?
May I also assist? Well, not assist, but may I do a separate search?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You don't get advantage because you don't know her as well, but you can help.
In investigation or?
Sorry. Yes, investigation, not perception.
Either one's the same.
Well, that'll do. Okay. Look through this time. 22.
Okay. Gotcha. Zinc, what'd you get?
12.
Okay. Gotcha.
Not a natural one, mind you.
Almost, but not
Good. At least there's that. Okay. So you guys are searching through. I think Zinc, honestly, probably what catches you is that there's just so much stuff, and not all of it's relevant. There's just a lot of stuff in here. Like there's a lot of blank papers, and there's a lot of papers that have stuff on them, but they're not necessarily like in any order. They're just kind of on a writing area. So I think that's probably what catches you up, is you're sort of like, oh, okay, here's a stack of, okay, like half of these are written on and half aren't, and and you have to like kind of separate out like the blank ones from the non-blank ones. You're not sure if she deliberately shoved them in there to like hide them better or what, but it does make it for slower going, which I think is what trips you up. The question, you said you got a 22. Sorry, what?
Is she a hoarder?
No, my brother was. She's.
Is it possible she wasn't working alone here? Who are you? Show yourself.
No, if Avarice was here, the gold wouldn't be in the pot outside. It would be in a nice pile over there in the corner for him to sleep on.
Dragon, got it.
No, he's just vain. His name is Avarice for a reason.
That makes sense.
But yes, I got a 22.
Okay. So what you're able to find is the things that are actually important, because you know where she would put them. Like the notes that Zinc is finding are more honestly like are closer to like a ledger. It's like we've taken this much in, we've given this much, like we've used this much as bribes and as intimidation money. Essentially, I sent this much back. It's a really basic ledger that doesn't have any additional info. It's pretty much just this much in, this much out, and like this much aside. It's not anything super interesting. Sorry, Zinc. But in addition to that, you also find a a very shiny metal bowl that appears empty, that you've not seen in her belongings before, but it was like at the right side of her bed, and she's right-handed, so it was important. You're not exactly sure why, but it was. It doesn't look like it had any water in it, but it's got this like blackish staining around the edge of like the lip of the bowl. It's totally empty. It doesn't have anything in it anymore, but it definitely looks weird. Like you know that it just looks weird.
Magic vision.
It definitely has some leftover taint of both like necromancy and divination.
Sort of like looks off to the side and thinks about it. This isn't something she dabbled in. Sort of those moves over to the bowl, sort of like getting a closer look at it. Necromancy, divination.
What'd you call me? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What's going on?
This bowl is strange. It was important to her. She kept it on the right side. She was
I mean,
right.
this whole tent is strange. She
I mean,
clearly hated
strange.
trees. Look at all this paper. This is like a forest in here.
She wasn't exactly well, she was meticulous in outward planning, bookkeeping less so.
Mm-hmm.
Though impeccable penmanship. She hated writing, but she always wrote well. Very strange. But she was a creature of habit. Things that were important she kept on the right side because it was her dominant hand. She could get to it faster.
Hmm.
There's something on the edges of this. Something was in here, but it's not anymore.
Dentures?
No. He kind of motions to like the crusty black stuff on the edge. If those are what someone keeps their dentures in, I don't think they should be putting those in their mouth.
Hey, your sister was wackadoo. No offense.
That's probably the nicest way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
No, she certainly didn't wear dentures. But he sort of very tentatively puts his right hand on it. See if it like feels a certain way or gives off any energy.
How does it feel, DM?
Sorry, one more time. I heard, but it didn't settle in my head.
He sort of like very like tentatively at first, like sort of picks up the bowl with his right hand, just sort of see if you can see like look at it, see if you can see markings or anything.
Touch the bud.
Real quick, I want you to go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Arcana. Don't fall off the table. Thank you. Fucking, this dice loves to like go running away with things. Arcana 19.
Okay. So it is. There's a much like you saw the evidence that there had been magic in this. It has an almost, as you pick it up and turn it, the bit of the weird combo of divination and necromancy that's on it feels like it's almost drawing the heat out of your hands. Like this thing is cold in a way that you wouldn't imagine for something that is empty. Like there is nothing left in this, but it's like it's got the chill of the grave like embedded in it almost. It's very unusual and disconcerting. And as you turn it around, take a look at it, you see it's pretty much smooth the whole way around. But the underside, where like a stamp of the artisan that created it essentially would usually go like right on the bottom of it, you can see that has a modified version of the symbol of the keepers. which was supposed to be the keyhole with the 3 lightning bolts and everything like that. And it still is that sort of in its base form, but the head of the keyhole is now a very simplified but slightly faceted diamond shape. That looks, well, not just like gem shape. That's like just, vaguely angular diamonds. There we go.
Mhm.
I died. Anyway, which you have not seen before, but does not feel good. Does not feel good.
He'll probably take one of the blank pieces of paper and sort of draw the altered symbol and show it to Zinc. Look here. On the bottom, there's this. It's like the keeper's mark, but it's different.
She just has like the worst taste in decorations. Does this symbol mean anything?
It's like I said, it's like the keepers, the ones who serve Garnet.
Zink's gonna reach out for the bowl.
Okay.
Careful. It still feels strange.
It's cold and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
it's cold and it's way colder than like any metal that's just in a temperate climate should be.
Although, this would make a really good like drink holder. Like if on a hot day.
Thank you.
Margaritas, maybe.
Huh. Look at it, sort of hold it out in front of him.
I'll give it back. Yeah.
To sort of move his left hand over it. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the bowl itself. See if it dissipates the energy or something of the like.
Oh, wait, are you gonna dispel the magic?
I was thinking about it. He's like, oh,
I saw you've done it before. I saw the hand thing. Can I dispel this entire tent when we're done? I have a spell for that. That's a little explosive. Fire? Sunburst.
Not
Let's
a
make sure we
magic
find everything before you go melting anything.
Yeah, I want to get rid of this whole thing.
I'm sorry, did you just say I have a spell for dispelling magic called Sunburst?
Sunburst?
Yes, by dispel magic you mean melt it.
Look, I had the same reaction internally that I did when my Pathfinder friend told me that he created his own spell called Coronal Ejection, where he fires a laser beam from the sun.
Yeah, by the way, learn a new spell.
I learned a new spell. What is it? The sun!
So you go to dispel magic. You do cast. Oh, bye, Hannah. You do cast a spell, but it just kind of goes and doesn't really do much. You get the feeling that this is an enchanted item where dispel magic's not going to work, as opposed to an item that just held magic in it for a long time. Because like I said, you cast a spell, you know it worked, you know it happened, it just doesn't do anything because it doesn't work on like enchanted items.
Okay.
So yeah,
the thing they kind of differentiate if it's like a magic item or if it's an item that has had magic put on it. It's like there's that weird difference of.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going. No, he's going. So he hasn't really looked directly into it because he's like, that seems like a bad idea. But we're here for bad ideas. He's gonna sort of look more directly into it, see if there's like any like symbol on the bottom of the inside or like.
Roll me perception real quick.
Perception. That's a natural 20. What the fuck is up with this die?
A recipe for margaritas.
Perception.
Yes, you find
23.
the magical margarita spell.
Yes. That's a net 20 for 23.
Okay. So in that case, what you sorry, brain is chugging. You cast perception. What you see is this is empty. There is nothing remaining in it. It's just catching the light kind of as you turn it because it is a shiny bowl. The black edging notwithstanding. As you're turning it, as it's catching the light and everything like that, you see for just the barest flicker of a second. It's just as you turn it quite like just at the right angle. You're able to see an eye that covers the reflection of your own eye, and it's a very brilliant purple scored through with black lines, but it's there for just the barest of a second, and then it's gone.
Right.
That's not normal.
Well, that can't be good.
Devotion. It's an ugly bowl. Just get rid of it.
That's a scrying bowl, motherfucker.
That's gonna be harder than. It's gonna be a little harder than that.
I mean, I literally can cast it like whatever. Just let me know. Nuke this sucker.
This isn't just a bowl that has magic. This is an enchanted item. They take a little more than one spell to.
Oh,
get rid
sorry.
of.
I was talking about the tent because that bed cover over there, that tapestry, this travesty to trees everywhere. I mean, what is in that corner even? Like, ugh.
There is a long sigh. He's gotta like shake his head and shake it off. I think I saw something. An eye that was over mine.
Was it this one?
It was purple with black lines through it.
Oh, so it was this one. Points to his purple eye.
No, it's like that, but if you had like black tendrils wiggling in your eye,
Ooh.
or something close to it. I only saw it for a brief moment. She may have been using this for something, but
well, why don't we I mean, I don't want to give your wife PTSD here, but maybe she knows something about it.
She mentioned that she would often hear her talking to someone, but when she was alone in here.
I mean, half of my family could live under that pile over there. So it's, I mean, I don't know. Should we get back to the group? I think the Island Drax are probably ready to go back. I'm ready to go back. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You can head back if you like. I'm going to check a few more places, and he sort of takes out the wrappings that he usually has his arm in. He's going to slowly wrap up the bowl.
Wait, have I seen Devotion's hand unwrapped?
Once. It was during the arena.
Okay.
Yeah, he's had it unwrapped a couple times. It looks gnarly. That's why he usually keeps it. It also helps keeps his tenant quiet.
We're gonna put a pin on that. All right, I'll meet you outside. I'll see if everyone's ready to go.
All right. And once Zinc is gone, he takes a sigh and sort of glances over his shoulder. What do you think, Loki? You've been awful quiet lately.
So you're in Voki. I'm done. That's my last one.
don't know that we have time for a full Loki conversation. So
I thought that would be like a good like he asked, looks over his shoulder, and then that'd be a good one of those ones.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Loki conversation and Sierra grilling Darren next session. Yeah, I'm so fucking for this.
Fair. I don't know that I can do that next time, but I can try to set things up so that we can get both of those in. We'll probably be starting with the Sierra one. I think the last shot that we'll do for this one is of that like slide transition into like the Loki space, for lack of a better word, and we see like him smirk, and then we have a jump cut over to Sierra looking consideringly at Darren as he's kind of looking around the ship, and just sort of like you can see the gears just whirring, like something's up. And it's like a look from her to like the ship, like the underbelly of the ship, where the like cabins and stuff are going to be, and it's sort of like it's like a flick from him, flick down there. Or
I had a suggestion. It's like, yeah, like she's looking at him and like, okay, I'm trying to imagine this cinematically. So he's in the foreground, she's in the background. It's focusing on her face for a moment, and then the focus shifts to his face, and for a split second, it's not his eyes, it's the cracked purple eyes that like flicker for a moment.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sorry, I'm dramatic.
Very much so. And it's like, wait, was that real, or was that a reflection of like the water or something? Like, yeah, okay.
No, but she doesn't see it. He has his back turned to her.
Gotcha.
That's how I imagine. Okay, so imagine my hand in the front is Darren, my hand in the back is Sierra. It's focused on Sierra, looking at him. Then it focuses on his face, and then he like looks up at the camera, and there's the flash of purple.
Yep, and then back.
Yeah.
And by the time he turns around and is like,
yeah,
it's normally in, but she's still like.
I hear the noise my head turn around was ball. Blue's Clues. Sierra's on the case. Find the clues, Sierra.
To find the clues. Okay, so I think with that in place, so yeah, I think next time we're gonna pick up with everything else and get everybody back together in one place on the ship, and go from there. I'll let Kitsune know to be on standby. I don't want to make him join at the beginning if it looks like we're not going to get to actually set sail yet. But I'll definitely let him know. Kitsune is all for reprising his role as Alex.
Finally get the therapist episode.
Oh no.
It's just him with a squirt gun going like, stop repressing your emotions.
Use your words. Use your words.
That's a bad coping mechanism. That's a bad coping mechanism. That's a bad coping mechanism.
Good God.
My God. Pirate therapist. Yes. All right. With that, we're going to sign off for the night. Thank you all for tuning in for Kingdom Chronicles. Be sure to tune in next Friday for episode 76. Where shit might go down. But we might also get a guest star of JM Kitsune as Alec. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. Thank you all for watching us. Have a great rest of your night. And it's a Friday yet. Love you all. Mwah. Bye.